Embrace the extraordinary, because we are the voice of the people. Voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM.
This is a breakdown
from BBC Pidgin.
Ghana politician dey face attempted homicide charge for the US sake of say he allegedly stabbed him wife. Yes, na so we see am. One Ghana politician wey contest the 2024 parliamentary elections for the country dey for Sanko for America. His name na Valentino Noche and he dey face charges of attempted homicide, possession of instrument of crime and tampering with evidence after him allegedly stab point one wey be him wife for Pennsylvania. Lower Paxton police say the victim dey stable condition after she undergo emergency surgery for the local hospital. Authorities denied the 41-year-old Ghana politician bail when them put him before the court. Valentino Notte currently dey for the Dauphin County prison. They wait for him preliminary hearing. Uncle of the victim alleged say the suspect stabbed his wife many times over marital disagreements where he linked to the threat of divorce. We never hear from the suspect whether not true or not lie. But the uncle add say them go pursue justice for their daughter. Valentino Notte, a businessman and politician, who recently graduated with master's degree in Peace and Security Intelligence for December 2025 for Ghana. He dey try to enter parliament on the ticket of the country current opposition, New Patriotic Party (NPP) since 2015, but he never succeeded.
Unleash the power of the airwaves with the ultimate radio experience. Tune in to Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Don't just listen, immerse yourself.
That is 100% true.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News update.
Hello and good afternoon. Here's the business news on Today 95.1 FM. I am Faustina Uputu. The Naira recorded appreciation against the dollar at the official foreign exchange market to begin the week on a good note. The Central Bank of Nigeria's data showed that the Naira gained yesterday to 1,418.95 Naira against the dollar, up from 1,421.63 Naira traded over the weekend. This means that the Naira gained significantly by 2.68 Naira against the dollar in the period under review. Meanwhile, at the black market, the Naira remained flat at 1,490 Naira per dollar yesterday. The development comes as the country's foreign reserves stood at $46.01 billion last Thursday. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has upgraded the licenses of major fintech companies and microfinance banks, including OPay and MoneyPoint, to national status, allowing them to operate across the country following compliance with regulatory requirements. The upgrade applies to key players such as MoneyPoint, OPay, Kuda Bank, PalmPay and Paga, which have grown rapidly through mobile technology and agent networks, effectively outgrowing their previous regional licenses. Director of the Other Financial Institutions Supervision Department, Yemi Shulaja, confirmed the development in Lagos at the annual conference of the Committee of Heads of Banks Operations. Shulaja emphasized the importance of physical presence for customer support, noting that most of their customers operate in the informal sector. The reform follows previous enforcement actions, including 2024 penalties of 1 billion naira each on MoneyPoint and OPay for KYC non-compliance, underscoring the CBN's ongoing efforts to strengthen standards in digital finance. Management of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has announced a new gentry premium motor spirit PMS price of 799 naira and a pump price of 839 naira per litre at MRS stations nationwide. The adjustment in prices was revealed in a statement by the refinery yesterday. The development follows the previous gantry price of 699 naira per litre and the 739 naira pump price announced ahead of the last Christmas celebration. Recall that ahead of the 2025 Christmas celebration, President of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, announced the petrol price cut to 739 naira per litre nationwide, with initial implementation at MRS stations in Lagos. However, in the statement sent by the refinery management to newsmen yesterday, Dangote noted that with the festive period concluded, PMS prices have been modestly realigned to sustainable levels to support long-term market stability and affordability. Speaking on the development, the Chief Executive Officer of Dangote Petroleum Refinery, David Bird, stated that the refinery continues to supply the domestic market with approximately 50 million litres of PMS daily, with nationwide evacuation and distribution operating normally. He noted that the refinery's design flexibility allows it to process a wide range of crude and intermediate feedstocks, enabling continued PMS supply during planned maintenance activities. According to this capability ensures that the domestic supply remains stable and uninterrupted. And on the foreign scene, Libya government has signed a 25-year oil deal with France's Total Energies and US-based ConocoPhillips, involving more than $20 billion of foreign investment. Prime Minister Abdul Hamid Raya said during the Libya Energy and Economy Summit in Tripoli over the weekend. The agreement was signed through Waha Oil Company, a subsidiary of Libya's state-run National Oil Corporation. According to the Prime Minister, the new agreement will boost oil production capacity by up to 850,000 barrels per day and also expected to generate over $366 billion of net revenues. The bear on his social media X handle said the agreement reflects a strengthening of Libya's relations with its largest and most influential international partners in the global energy sector. And still on the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has announced that he is raising tariffs on South Korean imports to 25% after accusing Seoul of not living up to a trade deal reached last year. In a post on social media, Trump said he would increase levies on South Korea from 15% across a range of products, including automobiles, lumber, pharmaceuticals, and all other reciprocal tariffs. Trump said South Korean lawmakers have been slow to approve the deal, while he acted swiftly to reduce his tariffs in line with the transaction agreed to. Meanwhile, South Korea says it had not been given official notice of the decision to raise tariffs on some of its goods and wanted urgent talks with Washington over the issue. And that's the business news on Today 95.1 FM. Good afternoon and thank you for listening. I am Faustina Uputu.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Stay informed, stay ahead. Tune in to Today 95.1 FM for the latest news and exciting sports updates. Your trusted source for everything you need to know. Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Get ready to feel the rhythm, the groove, and the true vibes of Africa. This is not just music. This is high life. From the legends to the latest, we're bringing you the best of palm wine grooves, jazzy horns, and soul-stirring melodies. There was a sound that told our stories, a rhythm that made our fathers dance and our mothers smile. Welcome to the thrill, a musical journey through time, where legends live on and new stars shine. Join us from Mondays to Thursdays, 9 p.m. on Today 95.1 FM for the ultimate high life musical show. Don't just listen, feel the music. High life lives here.
Education never ends, and we believe it starts even way earlier than most of us think. On Andre Gorgie, every Tuesday, 1 to 2 p.m., we unravel these various building blocks and its challenges that make you and I better versions of ourselves. Andre Gorgie on Today 95.1 FM.
Beautiful Tuesday afternoon, and it's time for another edition of Andragogy on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. My name is Faustina Oputu.
I am Queen Chima. Thank you once again for joining us on Andragogy. Another week to talk education. And yeah, we are very much ready for you, as long as you're also ready to listen to us. Well, we know you particularly listen to us, so thank you for staying right there.
Yeah. So anytime you hear the word Andragogy on Today 95.1 FM, you should just set your mind to the fact that we want to talk about issues in the education sector. So it's 10 minutes past 1 p.m. and of course it is the 27th day of January 2026. All right, so today on the show, we're going to be taking a look at something that I don't think it's really common in Nigeria, all right? So when you hear the word, your mind will just go to, it's one of the things that you do overseas now. For now, this cannot be a thing we should be looking at in Nigeria. But as the cost of living, gets higher and higher, people get to look inwards and see how they would, cut costs in different ways that they can. And when it comes to school and fees and monies that would be spent, a lot of people will complain. Parents will complain, school fees increasing, school owners are just there, skyrocketing the prices of fees. We need to buy this one, we need to buy that one. But at the end of the day, school or education is getting more expensive, right? And it's not something that some people want to do away with, regardless of how expensive it is. It's not something people would want to say, I would want to jettison education for something else. But there are measures that you probably can take, to cut costs, right? And one of the ways that people want to just, maybe at some point in their children's or in their wards' lives, there's an area or there's a thing that they would want to consider, all right? Something like homeschooling. Yeah. So a certain age, right, before you start to spend all of the monies that you want to spend. And I've seen people talk about the fact that, there are some children, let them be home for a while, right? They are quite young. You just send them to school and then you're spending a lot of money. You should just find a way to homeschool them for a while.
Because they get to school. And I've seen some parents, I think I've heard a parent or two who have expressed their thoughts about homeschooling and very positive about it. I don't know. I remember someone I know saying the wife was insisting that the girl start school early, and he said it's too early, let her stay in the house and just pick up, and when she gets to this particular age then she can go to school. But it's not something that's rampant. We just have parents want to just send them off to school for a lot of reasons. For some parents, it's there's work, exactly. There is especially work, and so they even start from creche to nursery to I don't even know if there's pre-creche now. Right, so but we're going to look at how important that is, or if it's even something that would work here in the country, and how it would shape learning for our children, for your kids.
Absolutely. So we'll take a look at our homeschooling, the challenges and of course the possibilities there are that we can explore. And maybe after today's conversation, you can make a decision that, oh, well, homeschooling, okay, or homeschooling, no, that's not for me. All right. So we have joining us in the studio an educationist who will do justice to the conversation, answer all the questions that you have for her and when we open up the phone lines, all right, because she's an expert in the field, and we have Andy Henry. Happy New Year. I mean, this is January 27th, but we haven't seen this yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's safe to say Happy New Year before we get into February.
Thank you very much.
And it's good to put a face to name. I've only heard your voice. So this is the first time I've seen you, Andy Henry.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It's good to be here as well.
All right. Okay. So let's begin from the beginning so that anybody at any level listening to the conversation would, truly follow the train of thought that you have to share today. So when we say homeschooling, what exactly are we talking about?
Basically, homeschooling is having children, teaching them at home rather than sending them to the mainstream school. That's homeschooling. Like, you may have children and you decide that, okay, let me be the one, or let me get a tutor, or you have a guardian, come to the house and teach them all they need to know to be educated when it comes to secular education, rather than taking them to the classrooms and the mainstream schools. That's homeschooling, just done at home. Just like name is homeschooling. Yeah, that's what it basically is.
So is that really a thing in Nigeria?
It is gradually becoming a thing. Because my son in JS1 now, I homeschooled him till he was 5 before I sent him to school. And it wasn't by choice anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we moved to an area where I needed him to, like, I've always advocated for the Montessori method of education. So when we moved to that area, it wasn't common, and I didn't want him, sending him off to school. So because I am a Montessorian myself, and I had the materials, I had the scheme, I just did it.
It was good for you.
Yeah, it was. But now, as I speak to you right now, I think this week, I'm going to conduct an online training for a parent who hired a home tutor. Ever since I know that parent, her children have been homeschooled. So she said the last person she got this period, she needs me to brush her up on what to do so that she can take care of her children. I also know a lady in Lagos, her children have not been to any school before. She does homeschooling and she comes online to give tips to parents. And then sometime last term, I had some children to stay back from coming to school. The mom said there's no money right now. She wants to homeschool them. So it is gradually becoming a thing.
So when we talk about homeschooling, it's sounding like it's from 0 to 5 or 0 to 10. I mean, I think you just mentioned the case where there wasn't money and then they had to be homeschooled. Is that, do we have more cases of maybe 0 to 5 or 0 to 10 homeschooled compared to they're already maybe 5 years into primary school or 3 years into primary school, and because of money or a lot of other circumstances, they just decide to homeschool?
Okay, like I know that the people I've been seeing, they usually work with children in the early years, because some parents will say, they are too small to go to school. Let somebody come and take care of them until they are ready for primary education. I'm yet to see someone who is homeschooled up to secondary. But the one I've seen is between that 2 years to 5 years. Like I said, my son was actually in a school, but when we moved to an area where I didn't get the kind of school I wanted, I had to homeschool him until he was ready for primary education. So I'm yet to see somebody who has been homeschooled from nursery to secondary. I'm yet to see that.
Now, you just mentioned that you didn't find the kind of school you wanted, so you had to homeschool. And earlier you talked about, some people not having money as reason they homeschool. Do you have, like, other reasons why some parents would want to homeschool, or they do homeschool?
Yeah, there are a lot of reasons why. One of them is morals.
Morals?
Yes, morals. Some parents, they, in the school, normal school setting, children come with different kinds of behavior, different kinds of morals. So some parents wouldn't want that for their kids. They would want, if I tell you this is how honesty looks like, this is how it should be for you. If I tell you this is how truth looks like, this is how. So for them, some of them, it's not about the money. It's about the morals. Then we also have some that want that attention, one-to-one attention for their children, because that is one thing homeschooling gives to children, because you have just, maybe let's say you have like 3 children, you have one person coming to take care of those 3 children. There's going to be maximum attention compared to when you send a child to school where you have There are some crowded classrooms that you can have up to 20, 30 children to one teacher, and of course rotation will set in and a lot of things. So apart from money, morals is there, one-to-one attention is there. And the advantage too on that one-to-one attention, there are children who are fast learners, so you wouldn't have other children dragging them down like you have in the normal classrooms. And then you also have children who learn at a very slow pace. You won't also have the fast learners in the classroom dragging, trying to push the pace for them. So, and also like special needs children, some parents opt for, homeschooling because of bullying and all the stigmatization that comes with it. So there are so many reasons why parents want to homeschool apart from the money.
But I know that when you talk about mainstream, like you called it, people begin to look at the advantages of it.
Yes.
Because the fact that you're sending your child to school, as much as you have different kids from different backgrounds and all, people feel there is the training it gives. Now, we've seen parents literally tell the teachers of their children, whatever you want to do to the child, just do it. It's like they give, that responsibility to the teacher. They expect that you're trained. They expect that whatever you would do for the child is to the child's benefit. That's one. Then another is association. The fact that the child has to be with a number of other children. As an educationist, don't you think that that's an excellent role that it plays in shaping children instead of encouraging homeschooling? I mean, we're not in an era where there was COVID. So, so that can be accepted.
Yeah.
Don't you think that we shouldn't encourage homeschooling at all?
Well, if you say we shouldn't encourage homeschooling at all, it's like you telling somebody how to live their life. Somebody can decide that I don't want my child in the mainstream school for this or that reason. But just like you put it, there's the place for social skill that you don't get from homeschooling. You do understand? Yeah. Because children learn communication, social skill, interaction when they go out. But then in homeschooling as well, I'm not saying homeschooling is perfect. I'm not soliciting for it. I am just saying that if you want to do it the right way. Then you can as well, if you want to take your child for you're doing homeschooling, you can as well, there are other means you can get your child to socialize with other children. Like I did it for my son. I used to take him to Genesis Center, all the areas where you have kids, I pay and he plays with them.
Okay.
So you can as well get that. But the mainstream school, that interaction on a daily basis, and children pick both the positive and the negative, you understand? So that's it. The social skill comes from the school, of which if you also have a professional who handles your children at home, the person can imbibe the 21st century skills into whatever he or she is doing to homeschool your children. It just boils down to getting a professional.
So it's in my head, I'm thinking someone at this moment is having a debate.
Should I or should I not?
Yes, for and against, advantages and disadvantages, just weighing. So let's explicitly, just maybe outline some advantages there are to homeschooling, and then we flip it.
Okay, one of them is the advantages is that one-on-one attention.
Okay.
Children, I've taken time over the years, I've been in the system for over a decade, and I've taken time to watch children. Let me say a lot of children thrive on one-on-one attention. A whole lot of children. Because why I'm not saying 100%, because there are some children that do not thrive on one-on-one. If the classroom is not competitive, they will not function well. So we have children like that. Once this person is doing, they want to outsmart, they want to do better, so you see them pushing. But once it's just them, you see them drop. But a lot of children, especially those who are struggling learners, they function better with one-on-one attention. So that works for homeschooling. Then in the areas of morals, that you want your children to maintain this kind of behavior, you don't want any tainting anything, especially those who are very religious, it will work for you. Then when it comes to safety as well, it is also there because you just have few children, and that attention is there. Then what else? I can't say it's cheap, except you want to go through the back door, of which if you do, it will backfire. Okay, you may be looking at getting a teacher. Let's assume you have 3 children. There's a possibility that you're going to get 3 teachers handle those children, and professionals are not cheap. You're going to pay a good sum of money to get the children to be like their classmates, or their age mates when they go out, because you need to have someone who is experienced that can bring in everything that the regular teachers in the classrooms are getting. So I think those are basically. Is there any other thing I can remember? For now, these are the basic things that drive parents into wanting to homeschool their children. And there's also this bonding too, because you're always home. I have this parent. She does this work. She's always at home. She employs teachers and she homeschools her children. She's not the one doing it. So there's that bonding between she and her children. So Those are some of the advantages.
So if we flip them, they become the disadvantages, or you have specific disadvantages to schooling.
Yeah. The thing is, there's lack of discipline. Like when you take the children to school, the teachers know that between this period to this period, they're going to learn this, learn that. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it still boils down to whom you're getting for your homeschooling. So if you don't put that in place, there's going to be a problem. Do you understand? Okay, today you learn in the morning, tomorrow you learn in the afternoon, next tomorrow. So the whole thing is not well structured like you have in the mainstream. Then there's also like, if you're a teacher in the mainstream, there are opportunities for you to hear of training, go for training. There's always things happening around you. Some homeschoolers, some homeschool teachers, they don't know much. Some of them may not have it all because some parents want to hire because they don't want to spend much, and then you bring them in. So they may likely not give you exactly what you want. And if they are not giving you what you want, if you are not grounded in that area, you may not be able to understand. And then the curriculum as well, which one would you want to use? Because there are 1,001 curriculums. In Nigeria, you hear hybrid, you tell it's a mixture of British, Nigeria, So which one? Why it worked for me is already I'm in the system and I had a direction. I said, this is why I want my son to be at A5, and I focused on it. And I was not really disciplined, to be frank.
Okay.
I was not really disciplined. So, but as soon as he got into the mainstream, everything. But what I focused on was helping him to read and understand his math concepts. That was what was, and I think it has other flip sides. It's also expensive compared to the mainstream school because you're paying the teacher monthly, and school fees you're paying once in 4 months. So you decide what you want, So, and a teacher can take your child for like 5 years, if it is primary. Anybody that can teach a primary, if I can teach primary 1, there are some that are good at that. But in the mainstream school, some children, they have the advantage of going through different teachers, experiencing different things from different classes, instead of focusing on just one person all through your life, except they have money to be changing teachers, which is why I say it's very expensive if you want to do it right.
So it's, you mentioned something about structure, which is important for some people because that is something that the school has readily available.
Yeah, it's there.
There's the structure, the classroom, the way the courses, the subjects should go, how many subjects per day. You also did talk about discipline. I mean, you did it yourself. But we want to look at the impact. I mean, for some of the people who have been homeschooled that your son as an example, if you're going to compare a child who's homeschooled and that who goes to the mainstream, are there differences? Maybe in its entirety, you also look at an overall analysis of that child compared to the one who is in the classroom, mainstream.
Well, my son's case was just a brief one. It was just, let's say, 2-3 years. I'm here to see someone who was homeschooled completely. And yet, people we have around us are people that went through the mainstream. All of us tell they are products of mainstream system of education. So I can't really say, okay, the people that went through the homeschooling, they are better than the ones in the mainstream because I've not really had the opportunity to compare both. I've not really had that opportunity. I'm yet to see someone who was homeschooled completely, at least from nursery to primary level. I'm still checking. I believe people listening, if there's anyone, they can tell us and help us see. But we know that coming from the mainstream, you learn a whole lot of things, and after school, you have friends who can help you or make or mar you after school. Because I believe you still keep touch with some persons that secondary, primary, like which day my primary school mate visited.
Okay.
Something that like 30 years ago, they are still friends. So the homeschooling will not give children that opportunity.
Okay. Now, let's bring it out to the larger society, right, of homeschooling their children.
For now, the way I see the government, they don't pay attention to a situation until it becomes kind of popular. Do you understand?
Okay.
I don't know I know they do a lot of homeschooling in UK and in the US. And the reason for that is because they are, they have policies that are being followed. If a child is not up to a certain stage by a certain age by August of that year, the child will not access their early years. I think in US is about 4 years before you go into their pre-kindergarten, 5 years kindergarten, then year 1, primary 1, 6 years. Then in UK is 5 years. You go into the EYFS, early years foundation stage. Then some children too, I think at 5 plus, they go through their year 1. So right now, they said, from people I've heard that stay over there, they said they decide to homeschool their children because you cannot take your children who are less in age to schools. So what they do is to go to some centers and drop their children. And those centers are quite expensive. So some parents now, because they don't want their children to miss a lot, they will want to go online, get some training, and homeschool their children. We even have some parents that do this Montessori at home. They have a corner where they will beautify, make it look like a classroom, and then take their time to teach their children. So I'm yet to see a very structured one in Nigeria. There may be, I'm not saying it's not there, it is possible, but I've not encountered like we have it common outside. If you just type homeschooling online now, you see a lot of them fly up. Some even are mothers that want to teach other mothers how to do it. We're yet to have it. I'm yet to see it in Nigeria. So I wouldn't know if government will want to come in the future. I believe by the time parents start pulling their children from schools and the classrooms are empty, they will want to pay attention to it.
But do you see that happening? Do you see that happening? I know the last time we possibly experienced something like this, even though a lot of parents may not have called it homeschooling, was
during
COVID-19, where lockdown and all. But do you see us as a country, getting to that point where parents would really want to start taking their children out of schools and homeschooling them? Do you see us getting to that point?
For now, I don't see it happening because, like I always tell parents, I said sometimes in the future, some pregnant women will start enrolling their fetus because they can't wait. Some you just see a baby that's not even working, they're coming for inquiry, and I'm like, why? It may happen, as of 2019, we didn't believe Nigeria will be where we are today because COVID-19 changed a lot of things. Where some teachers now see the possibility of teaching children online and abroad, of which I'm also one of them. You get, I didn't see that coming. Do you understand? So I wouldn't say it will not happen because things are happening. A lot of things are happening, and we have a lot of our children tilting towards tech and what AI is doing. So maybe in the next 10 years, parents will just tap one thing and say, to this lesson, AI will do everything, and they will explain it to their children.
So no point. No point in going to school.
I don't know.
But then again, I think I see a lot of forces fighting against this. Parents pulling their children out of the mainstream schools because the government at that point probably were thinking, okay, we don't want to contribute to the number of out-of-school children. Right? Now, for them, they may not take into cognizance the fact that, well, these children are being homeschooled, but because they don't have a structure for that, they would feel that, this parent is putting their child or children out of school, so it means they are out of school. So it's contributing to the huge number of out-of-school children.
Yes, because when the statistics come in, they are going to look at them as out-of-school children, because some of these out-of-school children, in quote, they are actually being educated, in some way or the other. But for the fact that they are not captured in the classrooms, it is assumed that, because if you now begin to take statistics of parents who are homeschooling their children, it will shock you. Let's say now the government decides that if you come out and say, and you're homeschooling your child, you get like #1 million, it will shock you. Even the ones of their children that I mainstream, they'll tell you, we are homeschooling our children. Exactly. So the I don't know. I will still check the statistics and find out. But it's not very popular here. But I bet you abroad, especially US, oh my God, it's massive.
You said you mentioned something when you were talking earlier, and I also remember. I'm going to say publicly, advising a parent. I said, let them just stay in the house and read their books, and next term they can go back to school, because the parent was complaining about money. And I'm like, don't kill yourself, man. They can stay back and go through this term, and next term they continue. So do you think it's something that some parents should adopt? I mean, instead of, I don't know how the children would take it though. I mean, telling your child that, oh, there's no money for you to go to school this term, how we do all the work in the house. But is it something some parents, I mean, there could be a parent listening now whose child has not resumed school because, or they've resumed and they've been sent back because of the money, the finances, and they're already feeling terrible and bad. Is there a way to ever make homeschooling convenient that the child can understand and go through the process and then next term they continue?
Well, the way the system is structured, first term, second term, and third term, everything is, like the first term is a kind of introduction to the class. Then the mid part of it is like the meaty part of it. And then the third term is basically conclusion of what you learned first term and second term. That's why most times, if you notice, what comes first term, if it is a well-organized school and you're using a very child-friendly curriculum, what you will encounter first term is usually very easy things, which is coming from the previous class, adding it, they just start from the known. Let's say you're in year 3, basically, going to basic 4. Some of the things you will encounter in basic 4 are first term, and some of the things you learned third term, basic 3, then they take it from there, then gradually they pull you up. Then second term is the meaty part of it. Then third term you would have stabilized. Now, if you miss any of the terms, you have missed. There's that gap. There's always that gap because it's something that runs in sequence. We don't do first term, you do a different thing, second term, you bring another thing. They are all related. Like the curriculum we're using, everything is connected from primary 1 to 6. They are all connected, and they will always refer, okay, when you are in year 1, this is what you did, and we are, increasing it to this level. Okay, let me take, for instance, mathematics. The way the Cambridge is structured in year 1, primary 1 maths, they'll just do a lot of things around 20, writing 1 to 100, counting, not writing, counting to 20. Then they introduce addition and subtraction, just 1 digit. When they go to year 2, you already know 1 digit addition, like tens and units. Okay, 2 digits. They will now introduce 2 more. It is in primary 3 that they will now bring 100 tens and units. Do you understand? And they may do that addition, subtraction of tens and units, first term, second term, third term, but different digits. Some they will even add a word problem. Those are the things the children, just to familiarize you with addition in different ways, familiarize you with subtraction in different ways. At this point, multiplication has not come in.
Okay.
Do you understand? Division has not come in. But you're just working, and when you familiarize yourself, so you don't know at which point they will now introduce whatever, whether first term, second term, or third term. But at the end of the third term, you would have learned everything that you were supposed to learn in that class. So anyone you miss, there's that gap. There is that gap. So sometimes if maybe the parent does not have money and you have a good relationship with the school, you can beg and they give you the scheme for that term. They can,
I'm thinking of a school who the parents will
there are some parents that are wonderful parents. You understand? And if things turn around for you, I've had a parent that when they pay fees, he will square me like 10K, say, madam, take, So if such person falls into difficulty, and I am sure, I can release it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if you find yourself in such dilemma, like we have some parents that can suddenly become very sick, and all your money goes into, like 2 weeks ago, I was in the hospital, you know, I was admitted on one bed, me, on the other bed, my husband.
Wow.
Yeah, it happens. But the fortunate thing was that we have already paid my son's fees before going to the clinic. So imagine that we've not paid. Do you understand? So that's why I tell parents, be faithful, be truthful, so that when things turn around for you, you can always go back and plead. And they will release. Me, I used to release.
Okay. Nice you.
Nice you. It depends.
All right, listening to Andrea Gorgi on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. Our conversation is homeschooling. We're looking at the possibilities, the challenges there is in Nigeria. And, well, to you who's listening, is this something that you'd want to consider? And what would make you consider homeschooling for your children. And if you want to talk about the challenges, the possibilities there is in Nigeria, feel free to go ahead and join the conversation. We would love to hear your perspective on our conversation for today. So you can call, you can send a message, you can drop comments on social media. For calls, you can dial 0810-9510-951. That is 0810-9510-951. You send a message to 0701-933-9962. 0701-933-9962. Drop a comment on Facebook, Today 95.1 FM, on X at Today FM 951. And maybe you want to, because you heard that, well, they've got to go about the homeschooling in the right way, and you were looking for the right way. That's what you want to ask. Feel free to go ahead and ask your questions as well. But moving forward now, because we've taken a look at some of the challenges, all right, and then, of course, maybe possibilities. Maybe we're looking at government policies that could make homeschooling possible, but I'm really doubtful, because I don't think the government would want to make homeschooling very, very easy, very possible, so that, well, parents can just, but it's just for a moment, it's just for a time, okay? So maybe from the early years, get to 5, and then you get back into the mainstream schools. And so it's fine, but I'm still doubtful that the government will just create that conducive environment for parents to say, "Oh, we want to homeschool." But do you see, do you see other possibilities to this? I mean, because at some point you talked about having the right people. For your case, you are in the system, so you knew how to go about it. So do you think that they need to have more people trained for that? Maybe parents, or maybe just people who would want to render their services as homeschool teachers. I mean, I think they're there, but how about parents?
Parents, in the Nigerian setting, we have a lot of busy parents, and homeschooling is done by mostly moms that want to stay at home, or dads that have the time to stay at home. Because even if you want to hire a tutor, you will be there as a parent. And of course, the Nigerian society, the way it is, even the world over, everybody rushes out, at every point in time to go look for money. So even if you want to do it as a parent, you can decide to take up a training and do it. But the basic thing is, how do you fund it? Do you understand? Because most times why parents send children to school is to go look for money. They're going to work. Because you will even see that I worked in a school where a 1-year-old comes to school before me. Our resumption time is 7:30. Sometimes I get to school by 7:20. This 1-year-old is already there. I leave her by 3 and go home. Sometimes I will figure out that the class assistant will be in school till 7. That's when the mom will come and pick up. 1-year-old. So we have children going through that. So now, will you advise that mother to do homeschooling? Does she have the time? Some of them, they feel safe to keep their children in school while they go to work. The traffic, the everything, before you go to work and you come back home. So the only remedy they have is just that school system where they can hold someone responsible should anything happen to their child.
Right.
So it's not going to be very easy. Where it will work is if we have if the economy is very, very relaxed, people are doing good businesses, and you're making money, you want to bond with your children, you don't want them going out, you can now say, okay, let's try homeschooling. Not in this economy.
I'm sure some private school owners will not like this conversation at all. Homeschooling, because they have to employ teachers and bring the students to the school, and that's a lot of ways that they make money. But as an educationist and one who's been in this space for over a decade, do you think that schools should start expanding in that regard? Maybe start training teachers. Well, we have teachers available for homeschooling.
It could be. It is. Right now, let me tell you, outside, there are some teachers in Nigeria that homeschool people's children.
Yes, I know someone who does that.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have in Canada, we have in US, we have in UK. The children don't go to the mainstream school. Once it's time, you log on.
Yeah.
And you discuss, you teach. So school owners can explore, I don't know, but this whole thing boils down to the decision of the parents and your availability, because it has to do with you being around. Even if you are bringing in someone, you understand, you have to be there, because we're looking at security, we're looking at safety, we're looking at a lot of things. Homeschooling in itself is not easy. It is not. I've been there and I've done that. If I'm a homeschooler, if I'm homeschooling my child, I will not be here. I'll have to be there. Even if I have someone coming, I'll have to monitor what's going on. And me, I'm very safety conscious. I cannot just leave you on my son, even though he's 12. I want to know what you're doing at every point in time. Even the ones that they do online, I will always advise the parent. I have a child I teach, he's 6. I teach him creative writing in the UK. The siblings are always around, or the dad. Sometimes the dad will just sit. You just know that somebody's around there. And that's what we always advise parents. Whether it is on social, on the laptop, you're doing online, or it's offline at home, there has to be the presence of an adult to supervise what is going on. You don't just say it's homeschooling, oh, your teacher is there and you zoom off. No. There's that issue of safety.
But it's a lot because you talked about the fact that it's really not easy for some people. Homeschooling, it's easy now. Maybe it's easier than the mainstream. So I'll just but I think from your explanation, it probably is in the area of time, being present. That's where the hard work is.
Yes, you have to, because if you can't do it, why it was easy for me, I was doing it myself. Do you understand? But if I cannot do it, I don't know you that is coming into my house as a professional, So I will have to sit. I'll be there. I'll watch. Okay, sometimes if it is maybe in a day you're taking like 5 classes, I will sit in. I'll be there. Because I'm not going to allow you teach my child all 5 classes at the same time. There are times for breaks. So we are looking at maybe 4 or 5 hours. I'm just in a place. Oh, how many of us will be willing to do that?
But a lot of parents may not be able to afford the luxury of this. They may not be able to afford it.
I told you that it's expensive. Except you want to go through the back door. And whatever comes out of it is your problem.
But aside, the expensive nature of homeschooling, the parent in this case, now you have to know what you want. You have to know what should happen.
Exactly.
Yes. You said, I need to know how many subjects you want to.
Yeah.
Well,
what are you teaching? Because even the books you give out to children, they're under obligation to look at them because a lot of things are going on. So we can a predator can come into your home in the name of homeschooler. Or how do I homeschool tutor and deal with your child?
Take advantage of the situation.
So it is advised, even if it is woman to woman, you use it in there. Even online, we advised when I took an online training on how to train children, and also I noticed, I call for it. I will tell you, you don't leave your child to me. Sit in and listen and hear what we are doing.
Unlike you two are learning that.
Yeah. Sitting. Even the lady I'm going to train her home tutor, she asked if she can sit, and I said yes. You need to listen to what's going on so that you know what the teacher is giving to your child, if it's exactly what she was giving. So you need to know what you're feeding your child. It's just like what I told a parent the other day. I said, when you go to look for a school, ask for the curriculum. It's like food. What are you feeding your child? The curriculum is the food. At the end of the term or at the end of the session, whatever they have fed your child, it will reflect in the brain and the child's behavior. So it's not just about the structure. What are you feeding my child?
All right. Just a few minutes before we wrap up, I don't know if you have in any way considered homeschooling for your child or children. You've done it one time or the other and for a specific reason or reasons. Is this something you may want to do again, or you may want to consider? I mean, we've heard our guests talk about the challenges, the advantages, disadvantages, and what the situation is right now in Nigeria. We know that because of how poor we can be with statistics sometimes, we may not be able to analyze how many people are being homeschooled. But let's hear from you. Good afternoon. Your name and location.
Yeah, good afternoon, Queen of Information. Special Governor.
Go on.
I relate to what your guest was saying. It occurred to me during the COVID-19 2020, in that March, January to March. I homeschooled my son. It wasn't too difficult per se because most of the, it so happened that the school already outlined, like you said, they are the curriculum, phonetics, the alphabets, and the arithmetic. So being conversant with some of these things, I took them one after the other, and it was quite interesting though. But even when they resumed school, they have to refresh. And I can tell you that the boy, he met up, and most of those things have made him, fall in line with what he thought. But the area I want to talk about is, for instance, perhaps states which they are experienced from school where the school did not, cover, or certain things which, ordinarily not there. to be taught, like, some kind of experience during my own days in school. They have not gotten there during in the lectures. Can I, or the college, that as a parent, I can take my children ahead of what the schools are teaching them?
Okay.
Or should I just let them be and follow through when they get to that age? I cannot wash them up.
All right.
Don't let me get me.
Yeah, she's getting it. Thank you very much.
I hope you're listening. It is your responsibility to ask for your child's scheme for the term, just like we resumed for second term. You can't go to your child's school. I don't know how the school operates, but it is your right to ask for your child's scheme. When you look at a scheme, you can decide to take your child ahead of what they are doing, because the school system may not get to the scheme they have already prepared for the term because of time constraint. This term is just 12 weeks that we were giving. And in that 12 weeks, we are expected to do everything, write exams and teach and do all. So at the end of the day, already 1 week, we were asked to resume on the 5th. So many schools did not resume on that 5th. Schools are resumed fully on the 12th. So already 1 week is gone. So you have like 10 weeks to teach. Then you have the 11th week to do revision, the 12th week to conduct exams and write reports. So you see that we don't have much time. So you can request for the class scheme for the term. If you have the ability, take your children ahead, and it will also help them.
Okay. All right, quickly, let's call in 1 minute. Good afternoon.
Yes, quickly. Queen, good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome, Dr. Chris.
Yeah, thank you for the nation. Well, it depends on the age, like she said. Because overseas countries, probably the people call Western world, like Germany, children stay at home up to 5 years before they start school. Yeah, within that age bracket, you can have home tutorship. But for me, once the child grows above that age, it's a character and learning. They say it. Character and learning means the character. Children come from different homes. Children learn from children. And you can't be a celebrator of the entire thing. There are characters that the children need to get from the other teachers based on the home where they are coming from. Interaction among them has the way of developing their social, social area of their brains and all that. Okay. So for me, I don't advocate for that at all. Okay. After that age, cool, you can do it at home. But after that particular age, no, they need to do something like that. Right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In a few seconds, let's wrap up. Andy, Harry, final thoughts.
Okay,
few seconds.
Yes. My final thought, there are many reasons why people take homeschool their children. But for me, it still remains like the last caller said, there are things the children pick up from their teachers, good behaviors. Some children also pick up behaviors from their fellow classmates, but you can, if you are very observant, you can nip that in the bud. But I know that going to the mainstream school is best.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you to our guest, Andy Henry. She's an educationist. And then, of course, if you listen from the beginning to this moment, you should be at that point when you come to the conclusion that, I think this one is the best for me and my child. Exactly. My name is Fosia Opusu.
I am Queen Chima. Good afternoon.
Turn the dial and turn up the feel. We are not in the same league. We are rewriting the rules. Here on Today95.1fm.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South Sound, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News update.
Hello and good afternoon. Here's the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Faustina Oputu. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, has reaffirmed the commitment of the Armed Forces of Nigeria to building a people-centered, ethically grounded and professionally accountable military. Oluyede made this known at the opening ceremony of the Human Security and Gender Advisors course held at the Nigerian Army Resource Center at Sokoro, Abuja. According to a statement by the Director of Defense Information, Major General Sumaila Uba, the CDS, who was represented by the Chief of Defense Staff, Defense Standards and Evaluation, Major General Ibrahim Lassa commended the British Defense Staff for their sustained cooperation in strengthening the operational effectiveness of the armed forces of Nigeria, particularly in the area of civil-military relations. He noted that the collaboration reflects the enduring defense partnership between Nigeria and the United Kingdom, built on shared values and a collective commitment to people. Oriented approaches to national security. Oluyede observed that Nigeria's security environment remains complex and multidimensional, marked by asymmetric warfare, violent extremism, communal conflicts, transnational crimes, and humanitarian emergencies that directly impact civilian populations, according to Hans legitimacy, operational reach, and mission sustainability. The All Progressives Congress APC in Zamfara State has warned the public about a forged party membership card bearing the name and photograph of notorious bandit leader Bello Turji. The party described the fake card as a deliberate attempt to tarnish its image. The party spokesman Yusuf Idris said the forged card was circulated during the ongoing e-registration of members in the state. He said the card was easily identifiable as fake, noting errors such as the incorrect code 26, which belongs to Niger State, and the use of a widely recognized image of Turji in a military uniform. He said preliminary investigations linked the forgery to Babangida Shinkafi, an associate of Sani Shinkafi, who was recently suspended from the registration exercise over alleged dubious activities. The party has reported the matter to security agencies and urged citizens to disregard the fake card. The National Industrial Court of Nigeria, sitting in Abuja, has granted an interlocutory injunction compelling workers under the Joint Union Action Committee to suspend ongoing strike in the Federal Capital Territory. The ruling followed a suit filed by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and the FCT administration against the leadership of the Joint Union Action Committee. The defendants in the suit are the committee's chairman, Rifkatu Otia, and its secretary, Abdullahi Saleh. The claimants in suit asked the court to restrain the defendants and their agents from embarking on any industrial action, including strikes, picketing, or lockouts, pending the determination of the case. Delivering his judgment, Justice E.D. Subilim held that although the dispute qualified as a trade dispute and met the required legal conditions, the right of workers to embark on industrial action was not absolute under the law. The judge ruled that once a labor dispute has been referred to the National Industrial Court, workers are barred from continuing with any strike action until the court determines the substantive suit. Justice Subilim consequently granted the interlocutory injunction restraining the union and its representatives from further industrial action against the FCT administration and adjourned the matter to March 23, 2026 for hearing of the substantive case. On the foreign scene, India and the European Union have signed what leaders described as the mother of all trade deals, sealing a landmark agreement to create a free trade market of nearly 2 billion people after more than 20 years of negotiations. The deal, announced in New Delhi, is expected to significantly deepen economic ties between the 27-member European bloc and the world's most populous nation. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and European Council President Antonio Costa met with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to formalize the pact. Under the agreement, tariffs on almost 97% of European exports to India will be cut or eliminated, saving European businesses up to €4 billion annually in duties. Prime Minister Modi said the deal represents about 25% of global GDP and nearly one-third of global trade, creating vast opportunities for both sides. Von der Leyen described the agreement as historic, noting that it establishes the largest free trade zone India has ever entered into. The pact would also see India gradually lower high tariffs on key European goods, including cars, wines, and processed foods, while European firms gain improved access to India's financial services and maritime transport sectors. And that's the news update on Today 95.1 FM. Good afternoon and thank you for listening. I am Faustina Uputu.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081 389 2850 now for more information.
Wetin dey happen like? They say wahala dey finish. Na this one wahala be like bicycle. The just dey quick. Wetin dey happen? Wetin dey happen? Wetin dey happen? Na for Today 95.1 FM, 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, Bomkwem. Na here you go hear wetin dey happen for Naija and obodo the world. Na that time wey we dey bring you ogbonge tori dem wey go shock you. You go wonder say na person do like this. Na so we dey bring am come give you as e dey hot. Now wey we dey find way to sweep this country, don't run. You go stay blood, you dey japa. You say this one, no worry. When time I reach, I will say I want to take them. Make I see where they go. Homeland is homeland. Me, I go open gate for them. I no go be get man at that time for airport. Wetin dey happen? Make you no miss Mazi Ike God, Ike Nwachukwu, and MC Kuro for wetin dey happen. You go enjoy yourself. No forget to say, woman dey chop our recharge card, woto woto. I don dey tell una say, this place na education center. As you sit down here with us from Monday to Friday, you go enjoy wetin dey happen. Wetin dey happen? Make you no miss am at all.
Live your truth. Express your love. Share your enthusiasm. Take actions towards your dreams. Talk your talk. And walk your walk.
It was years ago. There's a statute of limitation on this stuff.
Make today worth remembering as we discuss issues as it affects Nigeria moving forward. Talk that talk. Weekdays, 2 p.m. Exclusively on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
Voice of the people.
Back to have a further conversation on the hustle. Today's hustle.
Back for good. Well, thank you so much for staying with us on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. You know, you didn't tell me good. Was I the one who was supposed to tell you welcome back, or you were supposed to tell me welcome back? You left me all through last week.
Okay.
You just left me. You left me in the corridor.
You're supposed to welcome me.
You left me in the corridor.
You were supposed to welcome me officially.
How? Why?
With something.
Why? Why was I supposed to be the one to do your welcome?
Yeah, because you've been here, and
but we were
and
here.
I came back. No, we were here.
Uh-huh.
I left and I came back.
Did I send you to where you went to?
In a way, yes, you did.
I did?
Yes, in collaboration with the powers that be.
I did.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you're saying that. Me, how? I was on my own, and the powers that was be sent you. So as you came back, you're like, okay, I'm back now, Queen. And I brought something from, where did you go to? From Connect.
You didn't.
I was hustling.
You're supposed to welcome me.
No, someone cannot be hustling and welcome someone who was connecting. How does that work? I was in the hustle. Mm-hmm. You should ask me the hustle paid.
No, what? It did.
It didn't pay that much.
It did. At least urgent 2K.
It did not pay that much.
At least daily urgent 2K. You know. So
really,
yes. You're supposed to welcome me back to the hustle. Okay. You're supposed to welcome me back to the hustle, you know.
Okay.
So
well, after connecting with all the people you connected with and all the monies you got and everything from today's connect.
I was just there connecting people.
Connecting people.
Yes.
And
but when you hustle, you know, there's the belief that you hustle in
Thank
something.
God you said belief.
No, it is expected
that
you hustle out something.
They are still
regardless
owing me.
of how small
they are
it
still
is.
owing me.
They cannot.
All the people I hustled for last year, they've not paid.
Oh, they've not paid.
Yes.
Okay, so when
like Dr. Chris,
when the hustle pays,
Dr. Chris, that you say we should go to Ichi. Yes.
No, I think he sent you a message.
He did.
He did.
Yeah, he said that if I cannot go, that we can go together now.
Oh, okay,
yes.
That's the new development.
Yes, we can go for a round table conversation.
Okay, you see now, I was not aware. I didn't know that.
Welcome to Talk That Talk on Today 95.1 FM. Yes, well, we saw the story that broke, and we said, well, it would be nice to talk about this with you. At least if you are in support. The I say I, what was it? Ni say ni. Is that not how you said?
Is that how they say it?
I'm not going to embarrass myself. Okay, a coalition of civil society organizations, media practitioners, and concerned citizens in Rivers State has condemned the ongoing political crisis in the state, describing it as a threat to peace, stability, and constitutional governance. Now, the group called on residents to reject factional loyalty and what it described as Stockholm Syndrome, urging Rivers people to unite and demand an immediate and unconditional end to the political impasse. Now, rising from its stakeholders forum in Port Harcourt, the coalition warned that it would mobilize citizens for peaceful but decisive mass actions if political actors fail to restore calm and normal governance. In a joint statement, the groups appealed to youth, women, traditional rulers, religious leaders, professionals, market women, and students to rise above partisan divisions and join efforts to rescue the state from destructive politics. They allege that the crisis is driven by the struggle for political control and resources, involving key actors including President Bola Tinubu, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, and Governor Siminala Ifubara. The situation, they said, has paralyzed governance. Now, the coalition further blamed weak democratic institutions, money politics, and alleged manipulation of the 2023 general elections, insisting that public resources are now being diverted into political battles while citizens suffer growing hardships. All right, so that's it. Yesterday we were talking about CAN and CAN's response to
their condemnation
to the elder statesmen and saying, oh, they should have that they are fanning the fire, and that has made the crisis even stay longer. And if you've checked this over time, everyone's had something to say, which is acceptable. I mean, you have something to say about the crisis. You have something to say. You also have something to say. It's and you have also profit solutions. I think this is what we should do. Now we have the civil society organizations, a coalition of them. So we don't have their names particularly, or this one, that one, but let's just call them CCSOs, a coalition of civil society organizations, stating clearly that, well, this is a call for Rivers people to unite and demand, and these very choicy words actually, an immediate and unconditional end to the political situation in the state. And now one begins to wonder, how would that demand be made? Well, the group says we're proposing a peaceful protest, and we hope, they hope that this peaceful protest will not just put an end, but would bring to mind the actors, the political actors, will bring to their minds that this is really unnecessary and should come to an end.
So,
did you giggle?
Because it's a lot. I had to do that first. Because first, they are asking Rivers people to unite. And, well, the possibility of that is what I'm thinking about now. Because for any cause of action, there would be, dissenting voices, right? In as much as you want to look at the majority, okay, so if we have majority of Rivers people coming together to say that, well, this is what we want to do, we want to demand, we have come together, we are speaking in one voice, majority of Rivers people, if they come together to say that, well, that's fine. But in a situation where you're here saying, oh, we're a coalition of civil society groups, and we're demanding that, or we're asking, we're urging Rivers people to come together so we can embark on some peaceful, decisive protest to make sure that there's an end to the crisis in Rivers State. We've been in this country and we've seen, right, situations where a group of people, and they think that they are speaking with one voice, right? And in their mind, they think that they are representing the people, or majority of the people. In some cases, they tell you, we are Rivers people. We are representing Rivers people. Rivers people have said, right? But if you probe further, you just know that, well, there are voices who are looking at them and like, not only you be Rivers people, we know for this all of Rivers people that you're saying. But we've been in this country where a group of people, in trying to, speak in one voice, in trying to speak in unison, say that we are embarking on a protest to drive home certain actions or certain demands. And then we've seen counter protests. So there is the for and anti, pro this and anti this kind of protest happened. But the conversation about resolving the crisis in River State has been the one a lot of people have talked about, the fact that in as much as you have specific people and groups in mind that you want to call on to do something, regardless of whatever it is they want to do, as long as it is in line with the law, it's fine. Well, you're calling on a group of people, you're calling on certain individuals to come do something. One group of people that a lot of people have said, you should stand up, you should rise up, you should say something, you should speak in one voice, is the Rivers people. Let's put that together. Rivers people. And I've heard people talk about, if Rivers people can come together and make sure that they speak in one voice, they would not be taken for a ride by a few individuals who are politicians, who are, when you talk about politics, you're talking interests. You cannot take away interests. So basically, a few politicians who are fighting for their interests. And so if the people of the state, if the people can do something, it means maybe there will be an end to the crisis of the state. Now, you may not know what people would want to do, right? But in this case, the coalition of civil society have said, well, we're proposing a peaceful protest. Now you're wondering, okay, President has done something. I mean, he has intervened, not once, not twice, right? But he has intervened. Or we've had elders, whether they took sides or not, well, some elders have said, you need to put an end to the crisis, even though this person is wrong, but you need to put an end to the crisis. They've spoken, right? And then you talk about religious organizations. Lately, they've been coming out, but they've lent their voices, okay? Biased or not, I mean, you want to look at the content of what you've said regarding this entire crisis or regarding the resolution of this entire crisis in the state. But they've said something. And whichever one now, some people, individuals also, they've spoken up at different points in time. Analysts would, come here, talk about, I'm urging you, I urge this person, to put an end to the crisis, or the actors to put an end to the crisis in the state. So you have those people. They've done all the things that some of the things that they think that they could do to put an end to the crisis. And we're still here. Now you're saying, well, let the people of River State speak in one voice, come together and do something. And one of the things that you think they can do is that they should embark on a peaceful protest. Okay, protest. You mean protest? I mean, is that not a waste of energy? Is that not a waste of strength? I mean, knowing the antecedents of protests in Nigeria, maybe that's not a viable tool to this resolution that we're seeking. If the people of Rivers, they want to do something, please think about something else, not a protest. So You're thinking, you go on the streets, you're protesting. What they will do is move from one place to, maybe from Isaac Borough Park, move to the government house, and then you have the protest letter. So you go there, and maybe if the government is available, he can come join you people. He can come grant you audience. Or maybe if he's not available, the secretary to the state government will come and address you. You're there, you're reading. We demand an end to the crisis. We urge the FCT minister, we urge the lawmakers, we urge the governor to put an end to the crisis. That is the reason for our protest. Okay. After then, you have whomever is representing the governor, all right, the government of the state, or maybe if it's the governor that is available, the deputy governor that is available, they would come. And then
give
be
a
like,
speech.
Beautiful one. We're showing you.
We're working on
Stay
everything.
calm.
Stay calm.
Be peaceful.
God is in control.
Pray. Yes, you need to pray. But at the end of the day, we have been peaceful. Peaceful. We return to the state, so we urge you to be peaceful and. What next?
What next? I mean, that's a great question to ask, and I guess our listener is going to give a response to that, because while protests, the one we call peaceful protest, is one of the ways that citizens express themselves to the government, quite lawful. But this just takes away just having this conversation, but the power that people have, right? Because you're looking at the CSOs calling on, I mean, market women, youth, and all. Let's come together. We need to put a stop to this, because we have seen the government, we have seen elder statesmen, we have seen, I mean, whatever group or whatever individual, even the president, I mean, that's the president of Nigeria, wade into this matter, and we're still here. So maybe it's time for the people to get up, rise up. I know that we say, people have called in and said, Rivers people need to come together and put an end to this. And for some people, putting an end to this is during the elections, ballots. We are going to be very intentional about what we do going forward. I mean, that's something we preach every year, though, every election year. But maybe for Rivers people, this is a little different. We're going to be way more intentional, ensuring that we get exactly what we want. We're going to be the ones to pick. If you think that you haven't been picking, right? But the call for the people, the urging people to unite and demand an immediate and unconditional stop to this for this group is because, I mean, at the end of the day, who is most affected? Rivers people.
Absolutely.
Development is stalled, according to this group. Development is stalled, nothing so much is happening. So the people have to rise up. But I think the call and how the people have to rise up is now what should be considered. Peaceful protest. If protest is done, I mean, you just did an analysis, and at the end of it, what comes out of it? And maybe are there other ways that the people can really demand an end to this?
Within the ambit of the law.
Yes, within the ambit of the law. Because we've seen some people say, why would the lawmakers pass that impeachment notice where there are constituencies involved, or we're going to recall them? Right? We've heard stories like that, and we don't know how many of the Rivers people are interested in doing that. Or the governor is from a local government in Rivers State, like he did not just drop from the air. Have we had? I don't know if we've had reports of, traditional rulers from that local government, right? From that local government where the governor is from, or the local government where the FCT minister is from. Traditional rulers actually saying, these are sons. Are we calling them and we want to see? But, I mean, a lot happens politically in Rivers State, even with the monarchy system that we have. So it's, when this group is calling people exactly, the question is, how much impact will this have? How much impact will this have exactly? A protest. And so, after that, is it really going to put an end to all of this? And that question is just a big one that has a very big question mark.
Because I'm guessing the people are going to be on the street protesting, and then some people are going to be in their houses looking very comfortable with their TVs on and probably having some popcorn, or probably popcorn. That's that's for them. Champagne, and then they have aides around them, they have associates around them, and then they're analyzing the situation. Look at them. When they finish, now they will go home. And then I'm also concerned about where the group called the residents to reject factional loyalty. I mean, how do you do that? Because for as long as, this is politics, all right?
Yeah.
And in politics, you're going to have different groups, just the way you have different parties. Even within the parties, there are people who others queue behind. They have interests scattered all over the place. So if you want to say that, reject some factional loyalty, how do you intend to do that? How exactly? For someone who is saying, I hold on to this person dearly because this person probably has the key to me getting into a particular office or position. And so you cannot tell me to reject the person that I've pledged my allegiance to. True. And I know why I'm pledging my allegiance to this person. And that is because of interest. And so if you go on a protest, it won't change anything. And of course, the protest that you are urging people, Rivers residents, to go out for is not one that the entire Rivers people would, agree to and say, yes, we know that we're bearing the brunt of whatever it is that is happening in the state. But at this point, I have a stake somewhere, so I'm just going to stick with where my stake is, right? Now, my food they come from, so any English way you speak, concern me. I'm just going to stick to this person. I'm just going to be here. I'm just going to hold on to this particular perspective, regardless of whatever it is you do. And of course, there are the people who benefit from crisis situation. So for those people, you urge them to come out for a peaceful protest to put an end to the crisis in the state. They'll just look at you like, you won't come off from my mouth.
Exactly.
Why would I join you?
So even these groups that have been called, these groups that have been mentioned, and let's do this. Is it something that you see happening or see working? Well, let's take a commercial. As we get back, we'll get your thoughts on this, on what the CSOs are saying about peaceful protest putting an end to the political impasse in Rivers State. It's still Talk That Talk. Do stay with us.
Say no to the ordinary. Embrace the extraordinary. Because we are the voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM.
Every meal I cook must taste just right. Rich, delicious, full of love.
We hear you. Your Maggie Star in double cubes. Double the flavor, double the convenience. The same trusted taste you love. Maggie Star Double Cubes. Made from fermented soya and other selected ingredients for that flavor and quality that only Maggie brings to your dishes.
Absolutely delicious.
Get Maggie Double Cubes today. Me and Maggie, so good together.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
All right, welcome back to Talk That Talk on Today 95.1 FM, voice of the people. Conversation is on what a coalition of civil society organizations, media, practitioners and concerned citizens in River State have said. They are condemning the ongoing political crisis in the state, describing it as a threat to peace, stability and constitutional governance. And, well, if you're truthful to yourself, you know that it is what it is. They're right about what they have said. I'm sure that you've been complaining about, our governance has been stalled, nothing is happening. The people who say, not Faustina Queen, nothing is happening in this state, nothing is happening in this state. So, yeah, you see, you agree with them. Now, the group is calling on residents to reject what they call factional loyalty and asking Rivers people to unite and demand an immediate and unconditional end to the political impasse in the state. Demand. Okay, how do you demand that? Well, they are saying that, if the parties involved, they would not do away or put an end to the crisis in the state, it would leave them with no option than to call for a peaceful protest. Yeah, peaceful protest that would put an end to the crisis in Rivers State. And then you're wondering to yourself, an end to the political crisis in Rivers State, protest by United Rivers residents, Rivers people uniting and protesting. Would that lead to an end to the political crisis in the state? Nah, it will not work. Look at NLC now, they've been protesting. Look at NLC, look at other bodies that, they like to protest and then they'll just go on a protest. After wasting their time, resources, and energy, nothing comes out to this. Nothing at all. Sometimes probably just make some. The other party, the government of the day, would rather just make certain promises. And at the end of the day, promises are like a child. Oh, don't cry. I'll buy you sweets when I'm coming back. Sometimes the father, the mother comes back and they don't come back with a sweet. So, that's what protests in some cases has been. It hasn't yielded the desired results in some cases. And so in this case, it wouldn't be different.
That's what some people think. And it's an unnecessary, or maybe call it an unnecessary call. Or, why effort? But it's not just about effort. This time is it workable at this time? I mean, this thing is already a matter. Yes, this thing is already a constitutional matter now. I mean, it's now a legal matter. So let's just let it continue the way it's going, and no one is going to withdraw anything. But let the court handle everything as it is now. So this may be good, but not even timely. But let's get to find out from you what you think about this call by the CSOs, saying that the peaceful protest is what they are suggesting and stating that, well, everything that happened in the states is a threat to peace and the stability and constitutional governance. Therefore, Rivers people, it's time to unite and demand an immediate and unconditional end to the political crisis. And if it means a peaceful protest, we have to do that. We're embarking on that. What do you think about this? 0810-9510-951. That is 0810-9510-951 for calls. For text or WhatsApp messages, 0701-9339-962. That's the number to call and you can be part of the conversation. Well, drop a comment on Facebook too. Today95.1fm on X at Today FM 951. Welcome.
Okay, that dropped. Do well to dial back and let's get to hear from you. All right, so you call and then you go straight to the point in a minute. All right, thank you very much. Hello.
Welcome.
Hello. My name is Sayin of Yeah, first thing I think, like I always say, what we have in Rivers State is political disharmony and disagreement. Because if we are using the word crisis, that was the word that President Tinubu used for Rivers State. Are we not saying that we want another emergency instead of emergency? So it's legal. What we have now is legal. Yeah, so talking about protest or the CSO, I think that one is very because all this while they were in this state where a lot of things were going the way it was going, and none of them said anything. The traditional rulers, all the heavyweights, the governors, all of them, they are in this state. And now that what about reaching next, almost thinking, of course, everybody, it's not that want to talk about the demonstration.
Okay.
And come to think of it, I think they themselves are even divided.
All right, that's your time. That evening. Thank you very much. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, well, this is I.
Go on.
Go on, please.
This issue of protest. Firstly, I would say I blame Nigeria. And sometimes one has.
You said you blame Nigerians?
Yes.
For what happened in Rivers State, Abi?
That's where I'm starting from. Because sometimes one has issues with the source of the problem. I blame Nigerians for allowing this government in. I mean, this government I'm talking about. Because everything happening. We had a good president. I'm talking about the president as a whole. You need everyone that makes up the presidency. If you had a good presidency, it won't be happening because we have called people posing the issue to order, and they don't hit, then there will be legal action. So this issue is only caused because it's not saying anything.
All right.
I don't think we want to go there because the only thing giving up action is the president. The only thing giving up action wins is the presidency. So I don't want to go to it.
All right, thank you very much. That is your time. I mean, you've exceeded a minute because I interrupted as well.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Special What did you call this? What's the group?
So it's a coalition. It's a coalition of civil society organizations, media practitioners, concerned citizens.
Okay. First and foremost, they will have to ascertain what the essence of the protest will be. Why are they protesting? Is it to make people who are demanding for their right to stop demanding, or to make people who is not giving them their right to give them their right? I think if these people are the interested parties that are protesting for their right to be given or for their right not to be given, we will know. These people have no stake. So they protest, I think they want attention. And I believe the essence of this protest now is for them to reach up. Because I don't know how much it takes to mobilize a protest.
I don't know. I've never been there, but thank you.
Each person 10,000 the minimum. So, yes.
Have you organized the protest?
I've been involved now, but without the population. When I talk on the radio, I don't talk what I feel like or what I hear.
Yeah, that's your time.
Say what I know.
Okay.
So they are deleted. This is a constitutional matter.
Thank you very much. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah. Let me talk about this honorable question.
Go on, honorable question, Chris.
Protest is the right. For example, if Nigeria is a place where things is not normal, I can march from here to Aso Rock to register my. Because of the way things now in Nigeria, everything is politics. If they want to protest, they should go ahead and protest. Because what is going on now, which other place they go and register there? So, this is not a political protest where it's not a PC or PDP something. This is only when politicians want to protest that they will allow them to protest. They should go ahead and allow them to protest.
All right, Honorable Mr. Chris, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, welcome.
Absolutely,
welcome.
Thank you. Quick, deliver the message. Not for me, not to deliver the message. It's important for the people of the chain. Okay, Queen, you forgot me now. I'm taking my 20 seconds. Never mind. Protest for what? What are you protesting for? This is a competition. People that are protesting are willing to leave their court judgment. Nigeria does it. We got people that they play part. We just they play. People should go and see and take a couple of what are relaxed houses. Whatever be that one, most in good faith. But in the day, God deliver us. They can the river running from Lagos and then the water running from river. And the Nigeria we are protest for what? What does protest? How does somebody problem in this administration? It is the administration that in with power, no protest against us, that they will have bandits us. They will have bandits and allowed us to have their way. For now, we're not ready
Okay.
the nation. Until when they will get the nation right, then we'll have protest.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Well, it's more like a warning to everyone who, like to whom it may concern.
Yeah.
If you don't do the needful, you would leave us with no choice but to mobilize for a decisive, peaceful protest, because this has lingered for too long, and something has got to be done about this issue in River State. So we can begin to talk about development. I mean, there are some states that, they're focused on developing their states at the moment. But we're here talking politics. Even some people have the opinion that whatever is happening in the state, it should not stop anybody from developing the state. Though. No use fight, say, my excuse, say you don't develop the state. That's it for some people. They don't care about whatever it is that you're fighting. Just give me what I want. You are in government. I need this. I need good road to give me. I need water, give me what I need. Primary healthcare facilities to function. Give it to me. As they're fighting, give it to me too. Right? So you have to have one hand to fight. Use the other one to
and it's
walk.
the possibility of that I will be wondering. Only one hand. Use one hand. Everybody, is there everybody that can use one hand to?
There has to be something that you can use one hand to do. Yes.
As you're fighting.
Yes. So at least let me see something that you are using one hand to do, and the possibility of using one hand to do something. So as you're using one hand to fight, use the other hand to do something. Let me see something at the end of the day. But they've said, the Coalition of Civil Society Organization, they've said, if the parties that are involved in this issue in River State, if they're not willing to come to a compromise, if they're not willing to do something to put an end to the crisis, well, they would wake up and say, River people, come, let's unite. And let's go on the street, peaceful protest. And you're asking, peaceful protest? Why are you calling for the peaceful protest now? Shouldn't you have called for peaceful protests a long time ago? Or, I mean, what other things that you think you should have done? This society, coalition of civil society, what you could have done. But I know that during the period, in the course of this issue in River State, we've heard them, once in a while condemn, we call on this party, call on that party.
Yeah.
But at this point, if they said if nothing is done at this point, we would, call for a peaceful, decisive protest so we can save our dear River State. And you're thinking to yourself, maybe this is going to be a journey in futility or not. Maybe when they protest to Government House, the people involved say, this one Rivers people came together, let's go and settle our matter. And so finally we get to hear that, we are settled though, and it's not just that. You would feel it, you would see it. Anyways, join the conversation. You can call 08109510951 and send a message to 070193399962. Drop a comment on Facebook at Today95.1fm, on X at Today95.1. In a minute, give your thoughts. Hello?
Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Andy, and I'm calling from Malacca. Before anybody begins to think of answering this question or going ahead to talk about this whole peaceful protest, first of all, what is a peaceful protest in the context of Nigeria? Is there anything like this peaceful protest? If you ask as a Nigerian, it's relative. Secondly, who will come out now to say that he or she is neutral, that will not or may not have any little of that aspect of affiliation to either this other side or this other side? And then come to think about it. Are we ready? If we see about 1,000, 2,000 people on the street, how do you say this is river people? These are some of the questions you should ask yourself before you start thinking of the on anything. For me, I go ahead to concur and agree with Pastor David Bionia, who said last week that Nigeria, the river's problem is not physical.
All right.
It is spiritual.
Thank you very much.
I think it will not end for now. Thank you very much. God bless.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for your thoughts. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, welcome, please.
Yeah, Reginald. Maybe for I think I would say here that protest will no longer solve this problem. And the civil society, the coalition of civil society organizations that are calling for this protest, don't be surprised that in less than 2 days now, another group will also come to them to take another position. So, I have always maintained the discussion about the problem that is going on now in River State. The only person that can handle it is the person who started it, who encouraged it, and that is the President Tinubu. Since you ask this question morally, President Tinubu morally, when you were the governor of Lagos State in 1999, if this type of thing happens to you, we need to accept it.
Okay,
that is moral question.
All right, thank you.
Mr.
Reginald, this is past 1 minute. All right, well, thank you very much. We understand that. I mean, you want to ask me to your question, so this one is not happening. The last caller before Mr. Reginald asked a lot of questions. Okay, so
those were a number of questions.
Of questions, really, that one should just sit and begin to find answers to. So you want to go on the protest, deep down in your mind, do you not align somewhere? Are you sitting on the fence? For some people, yes, I'm queuing behind maybe actor A, but I'm still concerned about the peace in River State. I'm still concerned about development in River State. And so if this is going to lead to that, well, why not? That should just take the center stage, So I probably will just join the protest. And they have not called for the protest. They said if the actors, in this particular political impasse in the state, if they fail to restore calm and normal governance, that is when they would come and, call for Rivers residents to come out and protest, demand for, whatever.
That hot. This comes so hot.
No, stop it.
Stop it. I mean, they were really.
It's no longer funny.
It's not funny stuff. Let's see some text message. This person says, "Faustina and Queen, I beg you, did he come to settle political crisis in Rivers State as they claim? So why are we still having political crisis after his legal government departure? And even more crisis than how he was before he came." Michael Newmont. Good afternoon, Queen. A wonderful presenters. The CSOs in Rivers State and Nigeria, the business Nigeria, most Nigerian states are backward and underdevelopment because they are transitional businessmen. The political impasse in Rivers State is about power and resources because without power, there's no resource. Until either way, the FCC is defected. It's defected. Governor Fura is defected. The political problem will be settled. Rivers will continue to take sides because politics is on sentiment and nothing more. Henry Uzo from Port Harcourt. It's a joke to think these political and constitutional issues can be solved by peaceful protest. You can peacefully protest, but it won't solve anything. Aside the political agreement, what about the constitutional issues raised by the lawmakers? Even the government is withholding the assembly's entitlement, and people are busy talking about protests. Look at the flooded roads after any littering misplaced priority. Flat Earth from Port Harcourt. The call by the CSOs will be a classical rendition because resident power is with the people. How they use the power is what matters. We have to learn more and have deep knowledge of life itself in order to be able to build better people's systems and structures. Jimene or Haka. Faustina, good afternoon. This political fight has put a lot of things on hold. I'm a contractor being to renovate the school that have been bashing for 12 years now, but the crisis stopped everything. God will help us. Okay, from Port Harcourt. And let's just take more calls and then we'll go to Facebook and see what we have there.
All right, for calls dial 08109510951. Send a message to 0701-933-9962. Do you think that this, at the end of the day, if they eventually call for a protest, do you think it would be a journey in futility, or it's going to just, in a way, affect the situation positively? So maybe parties can begin to shift grounds and be more willing, to put an end to the issues while the constitutional issues, take their course as well. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Magister.
Welcome. That's Queen.
Okay. Nobody is calling for protest. I will never allow protest for this state anymore. Let us address the matter, not protest. Protest will not solve the matter. Because this is what the last time before the emergency. And we fought and watching them. We will not allow them to protest in the state.
I don't understand. You say we will not allow, and you sound a certain way, like you're going to stop people in any way that you can. You cannot.
Hello.
You cannot. Protest is the right of people, and you cannot say. Are you a military personnel? Even that.
No, this one.
As a civilian, you cannot say that.
Okay.
We would. Don't be violent.
Can I say something?
Quickly.
Okay, thank you. Queen, if there is a protest about line, I would use somebody to start like a protest that is going to my one, and you cannot pass to that place. That is that person who and deciding who to my place.
That's one of the things that happen during protest. That's why it's a protest. Certain things don't go smoothly as it usually does.
What do you mean by unlawful protest? Well, as a civilian, let's let you go now. As a civilian, it's not within your powers at that point. Well, maybe you can, follow it constitutionally and say that your rights were breached at a certain point in time. But peaceful protest is also the right of other people. And then that's why you have the law enforcement agencies that will make sure that what they've said is a peaceful protest stays a peaceful protest. Absolutely. Right? So you as a civilian, you can sue. Like, on a day like this, my right to freedom movement was infringed on, and so I'm suing. If you have a group name to a group, you can do that. But saying that, we will not allow. And I'm speaking at the civilian.
All right, this message says, ladies and Faustina and Queen, who protest don't help this country. That coalition plans to play with the lives of those people who will eventually get arrested if that protest happens. For my money, any potential protest in Rivers State concerning the political my brouhaha will be premium effort in futility. If people couldn't settle this dispute, a protest will settle them. Let's get serious for once in this. The problem is the spiritual one. Chikina. Okay, Chikina. Oh, Chikina. Okay. I thought that was your name. Simply goodness from Malakaya. Chikina. All right. Diplomatic Faustina Queen. The Rivers political quagmire is very spiritual, no doubt. Take on the Rivers people must pray for mercy and forgiveness.
Are you praying?
From Kanu. All right. So this seems like the new direction. It's spiritual. I read that. I saw a video where a popular cleric in Rivers State said it's a spiritual problem, and I guess it's the direction that some of you are also taking. That's why you think that the protest will not help a bit. So maybe you think it can be a gathering for prayer. Is that what could help? Like maybe Rivers people gather and pray, because sometimes people call it God will help us. God will help us. Maybe because God helps. Of course, God helps. So maybe it could be a gathering for prayer for Rivers State. That could possibly help. Okay.
It's all right. Well, sometimes I'm looking at you like, I have given you all you need to be able to handle certain situations. If you I've given you that brain. If you cannot use your brain to handle the situation, please leave me out of this now. Sometimes, right? Certain things could be, well, why you want to pray, but you can do other things as well. But you as a Rivers person, what exactly are you doing, to make sure that, well, this is what I'm contributing. to make it all go away. Or, well, there's nothing I can do, so let me just... Or you're among those who are fanning. Because there's a way you go about this, and even in your utterances as well, you could be among those who are fanning the embers of whatever it is that is growing in the state. So you have a role to play as well in putting fire, fanning it, or putting out the fire. You have a role to play. So what role are you playing as a Rivers person? Are you saying, oh, let's pray, and are you praying? Or are you saying, yeah, so let's go for, let's tell these people that enough is enough, let's go and protest, or let's even go and beg them, please, I beg, don't do. what exactly are you doing? Anyways, let's wrap it up here for the Talk today. Thank you so much for your calls, your messages, and to you just there listening to Today 95.1fm. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And that's it, 3 o'clock. Updates in the world of sport. I'm shocked that the sports crew are not already in this studio. I'm sure they're just somewhere around, but they have like 3 minutes for that to happen. And he'll be getting every update and also contributing to sports here. 4 p.m., I'll be back here for the news update. Afterwards, PA is Zogo, I think Maxwell, for the platform.
Tuesday should be Priye.
Priye is also here for the platform. 5 p.m., Mazi and MC Kuro for Waiting They Happen. You don't want to miss any of this, so stay back here because I enjoy every bit of it. I'm Queen Jima.
And I'm Fosina Putu. Thank you once again.
Say no to the ordinary. Embrace the extraordinary. Because we are the voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1.
On this day in history. Today in history, 27th January. In 1888, the National Geographic Society was founded in Washington, D.C., with the mission to increase geographic knowledge and public awareness. In 1945, Soviet troops liberated Auschwitz, the largest Nazi concentration extermination camp, marking a turning point in Holocaust history. In 1967, a fire broke out in the Apollo 1 command module during a pre-flight test, killing astronauts Gus Grissom, Edward White, and Roger Chaffee. In 1996, Colonel Ibrahim Barry Mensara staged a military coup in Niger, overthrowing Mohammed Usman, becoming the head of state. In 2002, Nigeria was rocked by an explosion at a military camp in Lagos, killing over 1,000 persons and causing widespread panic as residents fled their homes. In 2010, in Nigeria, House of Reps Speaker Nahaba Buhari opposed constitutional amendments during the height of the political crisis concerning the absence of President Umar Musa Yar'Adua. And in 2011, the Yemen uprising began as thousands of protesters inspired by demonstrations in Tunisia and Egypt rallied in Sana'a, Yemen, to demand the resignation of President Ali Abdullah Saleh and to call for political and economic reform. On this day in history.
Talk Radio.
I listen to a lot of Talk Radio.
95.1 FM. Today's news in 60.
The Joint Health Sector Union, JOHESU, has urged Nigerians to hold the federal government responsible for the hardship faced by patients and other people in need of medical attention due to the ongoing strike by its members. The Nigerian Association of Dermatologists has raised alarm over a critical 2-year shortage of multi-drug therapy for leprosy patients across the country, warning that the absence of treatment is making a cure impossible for affected individuals. Health experts have warned that applying insecticides such as sniper to the hair or scalp to treat lice or dandruff can lead to severe poisoning, coma, and death, stressing that the chemical is highly toxic and unsafe for skin contact. Pharmacists have called for a more balanced and inclusive composition of the National Task Force on Clinical Governance and Patient Safety, warning that the current structure could undermine patient safety and sector-wide trust. And on the foreign scene, the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has said that Africa is no longer in the grip of public health emergency over mpox. The viral infection remains endemic in several settings.
Today's news in 60.
Talk Radio.
I listen to a lot of Talk Radio.
95.1 FM.
This is what we waited for. The showdown. The fastest man in the world.
Hearts racing.
One line, two line. They're backing off.
Pulse rising.
Who will come top? Who'll take 3 line. Oh, it's going to be the stop.
The anticipation.
Powerful stop.
The heart stops. Catch the sports game on Sports Attack Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. and Today's Sport Live, 3 to 4 p.m. and also on the weekends, 1 to 6 p.m. Only on your Freedom Sports Radio. Today, 95.1 FM.
My name is Gianni Infantino, FIFA president. For the best of sports, always listen to Today's Sports Live on Today 95.1 FM.
Hello, my name is Kano Papilo. For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Today's Sports Live on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
If you know, you know. But if you don't know, you know. Now you know. Now you know. If you know, you know. Big ball and sit down. Now you know. Now you know. How much is money? Slots and
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Tuesday edition of Today's Sports Live, right here on your premium news talk and sport radio station, Today95.1 FM. It is at that time we get to take you through all that is happening and probably would also be happening ahead in the world of sport. Call it Nigerian football for today. It's the Niger special edition of the show, so we get to sink our feet into everything that has to do with Nigerian football. Once more, welcome to the show. It promises to be a bumper package right here. And my name is Osasa Hiwin. I'll be behind this console to direct proceedings from now as we move on the show. And I've got an in-house analyst, one, right here with me. He's always a regular on the Tuesdays shows. He is Uwe Wallace, and he's right here with me. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Osas. Good afternoon to Protocol Sports Lovers, Sport over the state of Rivers. It's always nice to be here, as always, talking sports. Tuesday, that means everything Nigerian football, everything African football. Last night we come in and you were seeing some reports, not confirmed yet, that CAF will be maybe sanctioning the keepers. And I'm like, I don't think people make this action. We still need to go.
When I saw news, I had something walk in my head. Imagine if CAF gets to sanction Senegal. That for all they've done, they've disqualified from the AFCON. They also asked to Morocco and be like, Morocco, for also taking part, we also disqualify you. Who is the African Cup of Nations? Then a week after that, FIFA gets to rule against Democratic Republic of Congo, and despite Nigeria gets to media and also qualify for the World Cup.
There's an honorable mention. Coco is not that of the Australian Open to in straight set against Elena Svitolina. She continued her dominance, as you said yesterday. Let us look at Coco Arsenal.
I guess she did because I think that was a 6-1-6. So it was an outright dominance from Svitolina right there, and it seems like she's just continuing with looking at everyone right in front of her as a Russian.
Next is Sabalenka, so she can pick it up.
And good, Sabalenka is Belarusian. So it's going to be a handful definitely between these two greats in the world of tennis. But anyway, we're not talking tennis today, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about Nigerian football. It's the Niger special edition of the show. So get ready. If you've got anything to polish your shoes, get yourself ready as we get straight into business. We've got a lot to talk about. You know how we do it. We start from the Nigerian Premier Football League. We look at what transpired over the weekend in the Nigerian Premier Football League. And from there, we talk about matters surrounding the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Remember, you can be part of the conversation at any point in time. You can join us from the SMS and the WhatsApp portal. For the platform is doubled. The number is doubled at it's doubled for the SMS and the WhatsApp portal. And the number is 0701-933-9962. That is 0701-933-9962. For the phone line, we'll throw it open later on in the show to take your reactions as they come live and handy. The numbers to call, or the number to call is 0810-951-0951. That is 0810-951-0951. We'll be joined by an analyst via phone line as we go on the show. I'll just keep that zipped and let you in when it is set time. For now, you can also join us from our social media platforms. On YouTube, we're live at Today95.1fm. On Facebook, we are at Today95.1fm. By the way, there is a post right there on Facebook, so you can go down there, like page, the page is Today95.1fm, and react to the post, and we'll be taking your reactions from there also on the show. On Instagram, you can catch us at TodayFM951. On X, at TodayFM951. You can also go to our website, which is www.todayfmlive.com, and listen to us audio only. So you just go there, click the listen like button, and you will be here with us as we go on the show. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to get down to business. And as usual, I say to you at this point, sit back, relax, and let's enjoy the show together.
Hello, my name is Kamo Papilo. For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Today Sports Live on Today95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
All right, so welcome to the Nigerian Premier Football League. Match day 22 came to a frantic end yesterday. When Remo Stars entertained the Kun Khalifat at the Consolation Stadium right here in Ibadan. You know that that's not their home, but for the sanctions that they are under coming from the MPFL board, they had to adopt that as their new home, and that is where that match took place. And most likely, one of the reasons why the result came through the way it came, it was 1-1 between Remo Stars and Kun Khalifat. Both teams sharing the spoils. For Kun Khalifat, they made a blistering start to the encounter, taking the lead as early as the 6th minute through Ogetega, who capitalized on the moment of defensive lapse to silence the home supporters. For Remo Stars, they gradually grew into the game, enjoying more possession, but struggled to convert their dominance into clear-cut chances. Persistence followed, and finally paid off in the 78th minute when Ahmed Akinyele struck from the distance, unleashing a powerful long-range effort that found the back of the net to restore parity for Remo Stars. So the result aimed at both sides at 1 point, sharing the spoils as Remo Stars continue to navigate life away from their traditional home ground, while Kun left Ibadan with a valuable away point. So that was how match day 22 came to an end. Match day 22, which started on Saturday, 24 January, with Katsina United playing out a goalless draw with Plateau United, and on Sunday, El Kani Warriors took center stage also with a goalless draw against Igodo City. It was Bayo FC who played 1-1 with Bayelsa United in Kano. The Warriors at home at the Wanya Township Stadium lost surprisingly to Nasarawa United, and for today we honor Nasarawa United by having their coach talk to us on the show. After that game, he talked about that away win and how much it meant to the solid miners Nasarawa United.
Thank you so much for the team. I've proved so much on this season. We get a lot of points. They know very well. We need to put ourselves together to get this game, because for you to become a champion, you must be a champion. And they're ahead of us. Losing this game, put it in mind that we get back to a position where we don't like it. A team that came up pressing, we were able to have goal. We came back second half, we were able to take advantage of that mistake, and I think our boys really fought and they have the win.
obviously you deserve the win right there. You just cannot go over to Umahia Township Stadium with the current form of Abia Warriors and Imama Amakakabo and get a favorable result. Remember, Abia Warriors have been on an unbeaten home run for quite a while now, and Nasarawa United were the ones who went there to shut that one off. And as I said before, we also had the game. Enugu Rangers defeated Warri Wolves by 4 goals to the biggest scoring encounter of the match week. It was a beautiful one there. 2 goals coming from Godwin Obaje in that particular encounter against Warri Wolves. For Niger Tornadoes, they were 2-0 better than Eyimba Football Club, as Eyimba continues to endure a very turbulent season. Yes, it's not been a very good season for the pride of Abba right there. And Shooting Stars defeated Benel Insurance by 1-0. It was Wiki Tories who defeated Calipillars 1-0. And finally, yesterday, the Stars beat out a 1-0 draw with Kun Khalifat. And as we usually do it on the show, we get to give to you the team of the week and the player of the week. But before I unveil that, I've got Ovi Wallace right here. Ovi, you saw the games over the match day. That's match 82. So much to talk about. The beauty of it, another way winner, Nasarawa United, halting Abia Warriors with their unbeaten run at home. And Rangers 6-goal thriller between themselves and Warri Wolves, which stood out for you.
I think it's going to be Abia Warriors and Nasarawa United actually declare that clash and let's see fight for a continental spot to see, and also a possible climb back to the top of the table, because now Nasarawa United 38 points, not too far from Rivers United to sit on top of the league with 41 points, and that can really play a big part going forward. And for Nasarawa United to go away from home, Abia Warriors have been on the road at home and getting that crucial win. I think that's been the highlight for this week. You have to look at Ramos from Yakun, and I think this match really portrayed how far Ramos are falling in the league as defending champions.
They can defend the league the last time.
They considered a goal right there from 6 minutes. Within 6 minutes, and they could not get the equalizer until the 80th or so minutes. So that shows you how far they fallen. This was going to the last season was the fortress. You go there and go, the most you can get out was a draw, and go out and you say, yes, I've done well, anything can. And now they're right here. It's eating that is dead last on the log, and they're struggling like this. So it shows you how far Ramos are really falling. And at this point, it's not really surprising they do get relegated, but you don't want that to be very bad for defending champion to come and be relegated in your first title defense. But I think, as I've said, Abia Warriors and Nasarawa United and Remo Qualified matches are my 2 highlights for the week.
All right, and before we unveil to you the team of the week and the player of the week, let me let you know how things stand after match 22 from the MPFL log. Rivers United continues to lead on first position with 41 points. 21 matches played for Nasarawa United is 6th second, just behind the Rivers United with 8 points from 22 games. Abia Warriors completes the top 3 with 37 points from 22 games. And those in the relegation battle, you've got Aqua United 16th-17th with 24 points. Plateau United 18th with 24 points. It's Calipillars in 19th with 22 points. And Kun Khalifat continues to sit rock bottom with 19 points after 22 games. So that's how it is coming from the Nigerian Premier Football League 4. The team of the week, it goes to Nasarawa United for being the only team to get that away victory, going all the way to the Umahia Township Stadium and getting a favourable result over Abia Warriors. High-flying Abia Warriors is moving feet for Nasarawa United. Congratulations to Nasarawa United and coach of the side, Magnus Mways. And for the player of the week, it goes to Godwin Obaje of Rangers International. 2 goals he scored the brace in that encounter between Rangers and Warri Wolves. He was on fire in that particular encounter, ensuring that Rangers gets all 3 points in front of their home fans at the Cathedral. So let's give it up for Nasarawa United, the team of the week, and Abia Warriors and Godwin Obaje, the player of the week. Alright, the big one there coming from these 2 entities talking about Nasarawa United and Godwin Obaje. Alright, we're still looking at the matters surrounding the Nigerian Premier Football League as 9-time Nigerian champions and 2 CAF Champions League winners Eyimba International Football Club have appointed a Cameroonian coach called Emmanuel Dutch as their new head coach. And when you hear about head coaches right now, you're asking, England, what's going on? This is the 4th manager they've, I don't know if you call manager, but say coach in the Nigerian Premier Football League. The 4th that they have appointed in the last 2 years. The person who just left is Deji Ayeni. He was the head coach to be fired just within a 2-year period. And the club recent managerial instability, which has reflected in their performance, began with the sacking of Coach Yemi Olawaju, popularly known as Yema, in December 2024. Yemi had taken over from his mentor, Fidi George, who left the role after being appointed Super Eagles head coach. Both men guided Yema to their 9th Nigerian Premier Football League title in 2023. For Yema, he was the first appointed on interim base, and later on in September it was made permanent. However, his tenure lasted only till December 2024 when he was replaced by former Rivers United coach Stanley Eguma. Now, Dutch's appointment was confirmed on Monday by Abia State Commissioner of Information, Oke Kanu. The former Sunshine star Gaffer replaces Deji Ayeni, who spent just 8 days in charge of the Abba-based club. So many things to talk about concerning this new turnaround for Eyimba Football Club. And asking, is Emmanuel Dutch the man to salvage what is left of him and return them back to glory? He has been given that task to stabilize and reposition the club. But is not the club too big for him? Yeah, he won the NNL coach of the year for 2025. But is it not? Is not the club too big for this man to handle?
Well, you say winning that. I think maybe the NNL coach of the year actually has a big one for him, or a big badge for the man. He already had this experience coaching a side I was once in the Nigerian Premier Football League. That is Sunshine Stars, is to see what he can do when he or hardly need big team. For anybody, you're looking at the structure, the management issues that they have now, and it looks like a club that right now they don't know where they're at. Right now they don't know where they're at. It's really, really strange. 4 or 5 coaches that they haven't really been able to get it right. So for me, I think I'll just believe in Emmanuel Dutch for now.
So we believe in him for now. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're being joined by Emeka Denadi, Odogu one in the world of sport. He joins us via the phone line. Emeka, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
I hope you're feeling heat right here in Port Harcourt.
Well, it's everywhere. It's all right. I mean, we're going to play this quarter in a long time. Yeah, and maybe the next month, let's call it.
All right, and definitely we also think that he's coming from Abaride, as Eimba have been thrown into a form of, we don't know what to expect with Eimba now, because a new manager, Cameroonian coach Emmanuel Dodge, is now the helm of affairs for DJI. Just 8 days into his reign. He was let go, and now we have Emmanuel Dodge taking over. The little we know about him is that he won the NNL Coach of the Year for 2025. Pedigree coming with a CAF license, A, B, and C license. I don't know if we've not had that name before, but for a club like Eimba, a club that has had managers in the past, if I want to mention a couple of managers that he had in the past, Shaibu Amodu was part of that, and you know very well that Shaibu Amodu had his stint with the Super Eagles, the one who brought in the Champions League, made a lot of individual awards, CAF Coach of the Year, Michael Urukalo, okay, Modi, so many coaches, Afonso DK, Maurice Coleman, Daniel Mokia at one point, Austin Iguavoin, Abdul Maikeba at the point, Paul Abogun. These are all seasoned managers with the big name. Yes, and we're looking at right now, Emmanuel Dodge. We've not had much about him, but take us through, how much have you heard about Emmanuel Dodge, and what more do you think he can offer to Eimba that the last time Iguma Fatai show, as well as the DJI have not done?
Well, of course, first, it's an appointment that came as a surprise to the players of the club, and maybe the Nigerian football as well. Because we didn't see that the sack of the Jaime coming. Looking at him appointed in by coach than you're fired, obviously. So sad. But that said, about the nature of the game, you say in football that there are different kind of coaches. The ones that are hired and the ones that are waiting to be hired. And that's the sort of thing. But this is the one that has coaches. One of the master this season. At the point that he was let go, in came like the Jaime. I know now since, it was only, the was only beneficial, just about 9 days ago. But he's been back in December, In the Guma, the bottom in the matches, when the was playing, not so football, in charge of the everybody. So everybody in, but of course, the issue between Eimba and the Guma, contractually, they didn't announce it immediately. The player have a different side about the issue with the Guma. And, just that fit in the end of the Manchester United weekend. And that was the fact that back. Earlier in the, I mean, they talking about the one against Palace in the past, they're ready to win, but somehow he couldn't get the win, ended in the draw, and all sorts of issues are always from there. And eventually, the manager let go. Now we have a manager. Manager is not a new man, like what people said there. A lot of people don't know about him, but of course, he has a good at the Warriors. Yes, he was worked at the Warriors. At least I don't know if he was at the first class, I remember. And he's famous for his post-match and pre-match, interviews. He doesn't speak good English because he's not from Nigeria, he's a Cameroonian. And sometimes he speaks what we call local language English. So that's the manager for you. We haven't done anything significant here on the top line, but it's going to like the first second mentioned. And the Warriors, and they also work with the former Kadhafi center force. They are first coach when they bought Kadhafi, moved over to the NPFL. So he's really players on the best team guy in Nigeria, the Cameroonian and the manager. So he's going to see what to do to the team, but I even surprised that appointment. Coming directly from the state government, not even from the Eimba management there. When the Eimba was employed, he wasn't commissioner for Commissioner Okekano, who announced his appointment. Was an official announcement from the Eimba sources directly from the social media and those and others. But in this case, it looks like the governor is involved in the appointment of the manager. So we can see, to see what we can say about it's very great. It doesn't look like one that Eimba will go for on a normal day. The Eimba that we know, back in the day, they go for the best. He doesn't look like he's the best. He doesn't want anything in the
everything. And this is Eimba Football Club of about one of the biggest sides when it has to do in Nigerian football. So you could definitely agree with me that Eimba will have players with huge ego, players with very huge quality. And when you bring a manager like this, first off, he finds it difficult handling players that most likely he has never touched before, players that could be away from his reach. That could be one problem that Emmanuel Dodge would be facing right there at Eimba. And secondly, another problem that could hover around him could be the fact that the state government brought Emmanuel Dodge in, because you made mention of something, and that is exactly how it is. Checking or looking at the Eimba Football Club official X handle and all their social media platform, there has been no announcement of the appointment of a new coach, Emmanuel Dodge. That means that there should be some rift between the government in other states and the Eimba administrative setup. Now, it's not in collaboration. These are not been done in collaboration. So now, these are all shortcomings and maybe very hard grounds for him to thrive upon now coming into Eimba. Number one, players, he's never managed players with such big quality and ego. He's going to be meeting it for the first time. And secondly, that means he's going to be coming to work, if I'm to infer, he's going to be coming to work with an Eimba administrative setup that wouldn't be so friendly to him. How would you think that Emmanuel Dodge can handle all of this and still give the required performance and results?
Well, I think that's the first point you raised there. This is not the current Eimba strike. The current Eimba we have today. It's a far cry, from the standard, and quality that we know of Eimba back in the day. I'm sure you're looking at Eimba there. You remember the different Eimba strike. I wanted to just back to back. They had like a different Eimba, the lack of one area and the rest. No, it's a far cry from that standard right now. Now, if you recall, I'm sure you read that news at some point. At the end of last season, Eimba started 22 players. If you recall, Eimba started 22 players. He didn't run it there. If you recall, yeah. So when you let go to 22 players and you're bringing in 2 new players, it means somehow there's a drop in quality. I've seen Eimba play on several occasions this season, and I tell you, I am not even impressed with what I see out there. In terms of movement, in terms of the result and what have you, I'm saying that I'm not too much already and I've done better than 20 already this season. So it tells me to say that, you can't make a good name and not in right now. If you look at now, the Eimba side that we know, the Eimba of this quality, they're not quite those big names. I mean, you don't look at the names are not even anywhere to be found these days, in the NPFL, because everything they are living because of the country, looking for big out there. So I think that would be an issue for the man. I mean, I feel Eimba, you can't talk about Kanu. They cannot decide that. So that's what I'm saying. They did not do big names to play. The one that issue for the man, the big names are not there these days. But Eimba, they are living on past glory, that's what they said. They're living on past glory. It's a standard that's fallen down to the level where, you really wonder. I mean, this is the Eimba we used to know. So that's not an issue. Then the main problem would be the fact that somehow, you know, the management, I don't really want him, so to say. Because I don't want to bring that one Kano and that's the kind of medicine. We don't hire the GINA to replace Expanded Woman and fire him after. No, I don't think that's the case. Because look at the opponent of Manador. It's coming from the state government. They don't know who's just give the approval, and the people that announced the appointment was
definitely would be what everyone who loves the Nigerian Premier Football League will be waiting to see. And Emeka, you'll definitely be on line with a lot to talk about, even after leaving the Nigerian Premier Football League. But ladies and gentlemen, you can also be part of this one. You could react to this particular one. What are your expectations from Imba going from now to the end of the season, as they have got a new manager or a new coach in the likes or the person of Emmanuel Dorch, last season's NNL Best Coach of the Year. He comes in with CAF A, B, and C license. Let's see what that can bring to Imba. So you can share your thoughts with us via SMS and WhatsApp photo, which is over at 0701-933-9962. For now, we're going to be moving ahead to look at what's happening from the national teams as it regards Nigeria. For the Super Falcons, yes, they will take part in a 4-nation tournament for the 4 teams representing West Africa at the 2026 WAFCON. It's the WAFU B Secretariat that invited Nigeria, Senegal, Ghana, and Ivory Coast to this new tournament. It's definitely placed there to become like a warm-up or a build-up to the Women's African Cup of Nations that will be taking place in Morocco from March. So it's like a warm-up tournament to that particular tournament. Runs from February the 27th to March the 7th. Many things will be expected from the Super Falcons. Obi Wallace, as they might be going in there to see if they can make it 11 WAFCON titles and continue to solidify their dominance.
Yeah, I'm looking at the group. They have Zambia, Egypt, and Malawi. Really challenge my team. I look at my really Zambia with Barbara and but it's something that they should be able to do. But the main goal is to get to the semi-final, secure World Cup tickets and all, and hopefully go on and win the 11th one.
Okay, hopefully go on and win the 11th one right there in the faces of Morocco again. Morocco say waiting in for this Africa. But ladies and gentlemen, we go ahead to look at the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Alright, for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Director General of the National Sports Commission, Bukola Olade, has dismissed reports suggesting that the Super Eagles head coach Eric Chell could leave his position as the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, following interest from Tunisia, Gabon, and Angola. Chell has attracted attention from several African nations after leading Nigeria to the third place finish at the 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco. The Malian tactician has earlier or less than 1 year remained in his current contract with the Nigerian Football Federation. For any speculations over his future, however, Olade has firmly ruled out the possibility of Eric Chell's departure, insisting that the coach's success with Nigeria has been driven largely by the quality of players at his disposal. Quoting Bukola Olade, he says Eric Chell is not going anywhere. The country's claiming interest in him do not have the kind of superstars that make his job easier. We must not forget that Eric Chell thrived because he had the right equipment and instruments, the quality personnel he used to execute the idea. Olade also revealed that discussions are ongoing between key stakeholders to secure stability around the national team setup. Quoting him, he says, I had dinner with him. I was talking about Eric Chell 2 days ago at my house in Abuja. I'm not the NFF president, but we operate with a collaborative approach. And Eric Chell has become both a brother and a friend. So Eric Chell is now a brother and a friend at this point. And we're saying so many persons. Tunisia has put $100,000 as salary on the table for Eric Chell. And here he is right now. He's going to be leaving $100,000 and stick with the NFF, who will be paying $50,000 and may not simply continuously. Emeka is still here with us. And Emeka, you heard that one coming from the Director General of the National Sports Commission. He had a dinner with Eric Chell 2 days ago in his house in Abuja, and he's stating clearly here that Eric Chell had become a brother and a friend. So against the huge money put on the table for him, there's every possibility that Eric Chell is going nowhere. That we used to know the Super Eagles to be the Super Eagles. I'm still sticking with you on this particular one. I mean, we would no longer be shivering or shaking since Olapade has stated that Eric Chell is now a brother and a friend. So it's me, we give him a Nigerian passport and that he's now fully integrated. Alright, let's look at the team. Let's say we're positive that he's going to be staying, and let's look at the team right now. Before we look at the team, our hearts goes out to captain of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Will Friendly. He lost his dad yesterday to a car crash right here in Delta State. So we pray that the soul of his father finds peace with the Lord, and the Lord gives him strength at this period to bear this loss as it stands. But let's look at the team right now, because before Eric Chell came in, that team was looking disintegrated, most especially in the defensive side of things, as the central defense. At the point, we had just one standing strong central defender, and that is the man Calvin Bassey. At the point, we didn't have a good pairing for him. These were some of the reasons why we lost points in the World Cup qualifiers. I can't forget that game we had against the Republic in Benin. And it was due to the wrong pairing there that cost us those 2 goals that gave the Republic 3 points right there. Nigeria led. Yes, switch. So yeah, yes, he was in charge then. So now we're looking at this team. One man that Richard brought to limelight was Benjamin Frederick. I can't forget the Unity Cup. From there, he took place by storm and now took over as a very formidable centre-back pairing for Calvin Bassey. Unfortunately, he was injured before the African Cup of Nations. That's the reason why we did not see him. And Simi Logajai came in and became a rock-solid pairing for Calvin Bassey. Benjamin Frederick will be returning pretty soon to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Is it time for us to, if you were to be a child, we throw Benjamin Frederick back into the fray and ask Simi Logajai to just return back to the bench? He's aged at once. Yeah, he's got experience on his side. Would you be sticking with Benjamin Frederick, or do you think that Benjamin should just sit out and let Simi Logajai continue to do his thing?
Well, you have to look at the Malian tactician about Excel. But from the outside, I mean, from my position of Zaba, it's only standard, I don't want to bring back Benjamin Frederick. He showed lots of promises, I mean, in that position, be it as a center defender or even as a right back. I remember the game against Congo, there was a playoff. He was right back on that position. Even talking about the man makes until the end of the encounter. The young man has said that, they are going to play the Super Eagles. Obviously, we didn't have the strategies, I have converted to the injury because let's not forget that. Sometimes we didn't play that in the right back position. It's really like I know what things like them, what couple of are going on. So if one of the from that point, and if Benjamin Frederick, I think the coach is going back to play. But one, he's still very young. And after his game, I mean, he has a natural game for the Super like, never put anything wrong. He's acting excellent, he can count on young man to do that, so I would love to have that in that playing with Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey is like a different defense, I mean, it's like that. So imagine having those two, one is good in the other is, I mean, everywhere, Papa stopping those movements for or what have you, and then you look at the combination, like, online comes back, you look at right back, and consistent coming from the back side, Samuel, and what to do at the right side of the defense, over at the left side, and still and they have to whether coach want to bring to compete in that position. So I think, I mean, that's the best combination for now. We'll go to young lads.
All right, thank you so much.
I mean, it can come in, at a point when, you need to miss it. That's not the after that. What is the negative properly? That's not because he's just a very leader. He's very that music comes through. And that's what some of the lately have not been able to do. They're not going to do without the music comes through. Even if you today, any other music that you not even better.
All right, thank you so much, Emeka. You've done so much for us at this beautiful afternoon with the analysis coming from your own end. We'll be heading to the phone lines right now. We'll have you more on the show as we go ahead. Thank you so much. All right, do have a wonderful day. All right, that was Emeka Dena right there as we did look into matters regarding the Super Eagles of Nigeria to the fullest. Right now, we are going to the phone line to take your reaction on all that we've been talking about right from the beginning for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Looking at Benjamin Frederick coming back to the fray. Should he return in and become the pairing that he left off for Calvin Bassey? Or do you think that the AFCON wonder between Calvin Bassey and Simi Ajayi should just be what Rachel will go with and let Benjamin Frederick coming from the bench? We'll go to the phone line right now, 0810-951-0951. That's the number to call to talk to us right here in the studio. You could also make use of the SMS and the WhatsApp portal. It's there for your taking 0701-933-9962. Yes, 0701-933-9962. That's for the SMS and for the WhatsApp portal. For the phone line, 0810-951-0951. The phone line is officially open to take your reactions right now. Remember, we started with the Nigerian Premier Football League. We looked at Eyimba, a new coach in Emmanuel Dodge, coming into the Eyimba setup, brought in by the state government, not the Eyimba administrative body, the state government. Do you think that this is going to work right there in Aba for Eyimba? You could react to that one also. We also have the Super Eagles of Nigeria on the plate, as we have looked at what Bola has said. He said that everything is going nowhere. Forget about the Tunisia $100,000 on the table, Gabon, Angola. Everything is going nowhere. He said he had dinner with him 2 days ago, and everything is more like a brother and a friend. And as a result, he will stick with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. 0810-951-0951. From the WhatsApp platform, we've got this one here that says, good afternoon, sports crew. NFF should do anything possible to keep the current coach of the Super Eagles. He will deliver trophies for us very soon. Still Fupero is my name from HA. Still Fupero, thank you for that one. This is one here says, why are Chelsea fans please? They forgot in a hurry that their players joined them from other teams. Palmer United, we will give them Ugatti. Alright, I guess this one is coming from someone who saw the post on Facebook, because we've got the post right there on Facebook for you to react to. But the phone line is open right now, 0810-951-0951. Let me go over to Facebook and see what we've got from the Facebook platform there at Today95.1fm. Yes, that's the Facebook page. You can go there, like the page, and also react to the talking point. We got a message from there, and it's coming from Emeka Chinedu. He says, why are Chelsea fans please? Okay, the same message that returned to the SMS and WhatsApp platform. He said, why are Chelsea fans please? That they forget in a hurry that the players joined them from other teams. Palmer to United, we will give them Ugarte. That's him talking about Ugarte to Chelsea and Palmer to United. For that one there, Manchester United linked with Palmer as Captain Bruno Fernandes is considering his future with Manchester United. While Palmer is probably unsettled right there at Chelsea. So there could be a possible movement of Palmer from Chelsea to Manchester United. That has been his boyhood club and the club that he has had right from childhood. And we looked at Rachel also from that post as the Super Eagles coach is going nowhere according to NSC Director General Olapade, and we're asking, can the NSC and FFB work together to keep Eric Chell? You can react to the post right on Facebook. We'll take it from there. The phone line is open for your reactions. 0810-951-0951. That's the number to call to talk to us right here in the studio. We still have Ophir Wallace right here in the studio. Ophir Wallace, we hear that the CAF is sitting right now today to take a decision on the incidents that took place during the AFCON 2025 finals. But before you react to that, let's take this call. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to today's first live. Situation. Keep the calls coming in 0810-951-0951. That's the number to call to talk to us right here in the studio. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome. Name location.
It's Timothy calling from Imo Gate.
From Imo Gate?
Yeah.
That's Imo State?
No. Imo Gate.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I think this guy, Frederick, I was in the AFCON really missed. He should be back. He should be back. Really miss that guy. And I think he still have a long time to start if he come back to Super Eagles. He's missed. Honestly, he has to be back. He should be part of the team.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Timothy, for your thoughts right there. Good afternoon to you, Simon.
Welcome. Thank you for Benjamin Frederick. Yes, Simi Ajayi is right. Although our problem at the AFCON, I don't think that we have any defensive problem, especially for the knockout stage. but the way the team is progressing, Frederick is a young guy. Why is the on his entirety? And we have a more solid defense. Let us talk about pushing him to right back. No, when Frederick will start playing Kevin, well, I know. We will be competing. Online will be the first choice for the right back. Then our second will be competing online.
So I don't go to the bench.
Then we'll go to the bench. Okay. Unless any match that the coach want to play 3-man defense. Right. You understand? It depends on the practice of the coach. For the Richard himself, when I said it before, Richard I had it from interviews from his own mouth. Even before he took a supervisor job, that he had other people that even when he was according to him, they are playing him more, but he wants to prove something himself because he felt that Nigeria has star that can announce him to the world. He's playing young coach on his right. So he wants to make them. It's not like going to coach a nation that doesn't have the talent. As long as that doesn't have the talent, if Tunisia cannot play in different countries with material to have in Nigeria. So this is another thing. But that one doesn't mean that he cannot come to Nigeria because of money. So the NFF is supposed to improve and to make sure that they are not winning him.
All right.
So thank you
so much, Simon, for Friday. That's into you. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Thanks for welcome. Go on.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Yes, on that position, there are coming up with the activity of other members. Yes, it's showing like we see what the effect of happening to. And I'm going to say it's initially. That would be comfortable with the boys, right? Yes, and the boys are just they have a good relationship with him and the husband. But one thing I would advise them, that look, this one, I mean, it's a double amount. I have been proposed. For him, I think the only thing you have to do is just to be content in training. It should be content. Right. You should go. Right. Look at the other people that I think it's one thing. It's just it's very suitable. So they should be related. They should be able to do it. I mean, we have to have a good do. I mean, they right thing. I think
all right, thank you so much, Antonio, for your thoughts right there. Wallace, seeing right here that former NFF President Amaju Bing has shortly revealed a lack of stability in payment structure will lead to continual owing of coaches. He alluded that the very payment structure that sees government pay today, NFF pays tomorrow, will be a situation and will continue to cause issues. So what he's talking about is the involvement of the federal government in payment of salaries for coaches and most likely the NFF also. It was almost one of the issues that Rachel faced before the African Cup of Nations because they said this group paid to this point. Now it's your turn to pay and you've not been able to pay. And we're looking at keeping Rachel beyond what he's seeing right now with the advances coming from other teams. Do you think some of these things would be put in check or should be put in check before we start talking about keeping Rachel back?
Well, you said the issue of has been there before Amateur Phoenix side, so it's something that should have been done a long time ago. And as Nigeria and the NFF have failed to do that for a very, very long time, I don't see it changing at any point in time, especially when they know they are at the brink of getting maybe one of the best coaches I've had so far in a long time. I don't think it's going to change any time until the structure changes, until the person changes. For me, I don't see what's going to happen if the NFF don't change the structure. I don't see anything happening.
All right, so keep our ears also on the ground, looking at what will come from the CAF disciplinary committee meeting, which will be concluded today, and we'll see if sanctions will be imposed on the likes of Senegal as well as Morocco. So we'll update everyone as situations continue to unfold right from the CAF secretariat right here. But for now, we're going to wrap on the show. It's been fun and amazing talking to you from the side of the divide. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for joining us from the various feedback platforms as well. Thank you to Mekadena and thank you to Obi here, who was the in-house analyst. We will be back here tomorrow 6:30 a.m. for Sports Attack. We'll bring to you unveiling stories coming from the world of sports. Until then, remember, I'm still Assassin and I'm saying stay fit and stay blessed. Don't touch it. Leave it on Today 95.1
What's happening in Port Harcourt, South, Nigeria, or around the world, we'd like to cover on air, on during our listening to non-biased messages. Today 95.1 FM.
Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Good evening, here with news updates on 95.1 FM. I'm Queen Gina. President Bola Tinubu has requested the Senate approval for a series of judicial reforms increasing the number of judges across key courts in Nigeria. At the resumption of plenary, Senate President Godswill Akpabio read a letter from President Tinubu in which he requested an amendment of the Court of Appeal Act to raise the number of justices from 70 to 110. The President cited the need to strengthen the court and address the growing volume of the cases. He also transmitted a bill seeking amendments to the Federal High Court Act to increase the number of judges from 70 to 90 of the original provision of 50 judges. Human rights lawyer and senior advocate in Nigeria, Femi Falana, has criticized the Nigerian military for its earlier denial of an alleged coup plot, insisting that the authorities owe Nigeria the public apology following Delhi's admission. Falana's reaction followed the recent military statement confirming that some officers would be arraigned before a military judicial panel over an alleged plot to overthrow the government, months after the armed forces initially dismissed such claims. In October 2025, the military had announced the arrest of 16 officers for acts of indiscipline and violations of service regulations while denying reports that the cancellation of the 2025 Independence Day parade was connected to a coup plot. However, speaking during a television program, Falana said the military's latest position suggested that the public was deliberately misled and reversing such a serious claim without an apology is unacceptable in a democratic society. According to him, if investigations later revealed that the matter went beyond internal indiscipline, the military ought to have formally acknowledged its earlier denial and apologized to Nigerians. Falana stressed that public institutions must learn to treat citizens with honesty and respect. While expressing disappointment over the handling of the matter, the same lawyer said he still hoped the military authority would take responsibility and issue an apology to Nigerians in the interest of transparency and public trust. Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja has struck out an ex parte motion filed by the convicted leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, seeking his transfer from the Sokoto Correctional Facility. At today's proceedings, Kanu's legal representative, Demdu Asan, informed the court that he wished to withdraw from the matter, citing irreconcilable issues. He explained that since the last adjournment date, he had been in constant phone communication with the relatives of the applicant. However, the relatives did not show up at the legal office to oppose to the application, despite phone calls and promises to appear. Demdu added that Kanu sought to dictate the proceedings and control what counsels would say in court. On the foreign scene, Sudan's military says it has broken nearly 2-year siege by the paramilitary rapid support forces RSF on the key town in the Kordofan region gaining control over major supply lines. The statement made yesterday had opened a road leading to South Quarter from Prince's Din town. Din lies halfway between Kadli, the besieged state capital, and Obaid, the capital of neighboring North Kordofan province, which the RSF has sought to encircle. Meanwhile, the head of the government, aligned Sudanese Armed Forces General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, has met Qatar's Emir Tamim bin Hamad as part of the army's efforts to find support for allied countries that have rebuilt the Sudanese territories retaken from RSF. And that was the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I'm Queen Shiva. Thank you so much for listening. Good evening.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues, today on Today 95.1 FM, Fort Harcourt.
It all begins with breaking news.
And make no mistake, this is a difficult mission. And will remain difficult for some time.
That keeps trending, events, issues, personalities, all struggling to gain attention. But in the race of deadlines, intrigues, power play on the current are often missed or underreported.
Not anymore.
As the platform radio steps in to fill isolation events, issues, and personalities in news. The platform radio sets on the hottest topics and trending issues only on Today 95.1 FM. What topics? Weekdays at 4 p.m. Then on the platform radio and
Time for brief. Good morning, welcome to Jabba High School. My name is Ansel Time, and you're not public teacher. By the way, do you understand written English? Yes, sir. Okay, now do you sense for? Okay, carry on. Hey, for my people of the sport and plenty. Six of the people many. So many. Many times plenty multiply. Many times plenty multiply. Multiply me answer get now with the people man. Answer you get now with the English man. Answer you get now with the make your voice and girls join that. Answer you get now with the making music man. Rock inside the day.
Case of Party of welcome to another edition of the Platform Radio, your premium talk station. Today, 5.1 FM Garden City, Port Harcourt. I am Priya. He's all actually giving insight to the morning what's making the rounds. The Platform Radio is a program that dissects trending issues. Our correspondent reports. Our correspondent reports from the field on this program. We think that was give us more details. Perhaps you get your voice entirely in the news. On the menu today, River CSOs, media practitioners condemn all democratic actions, demand immediate end to political crisis. And the second story, drivers protest alleged extortion in Choba. And the last story, court rejects Nanika's request for transfer from Sokoto prison. You know, the show interactive to share your thoughts on any of these three stories. But before we start, you can connect with us via our social media handle. On YouTube Live at Today951 FM, at Today951 FM, on Facebook at Today95.1 FM, at Today95.1 FM, on Instagram at TodayFM951, at TodayFM951, and on X, formerly Twitter, is at TodayFM951, at TodayFM951. Listen audio only via our website, www.todayfmlive.com, www.todayfmlive.com, and click Listen Live. So let's start with the very first story. A coalition of civil society organizations, CSOs, media practitioners, and concerned active citizens of River State have strongly condemned all undemocratic actions and actions by political actors and demanded the immediate restoration of peace, decorum, and constitutional governance in the state. The group also called on all Rivers people to reject any form of Stockholm syndrome and to rise above factional loyalty to defend the collective interest of the state, and also demand an immediate and unconditional end to the ongoing political crisis and the cessation of all actions that threaten the peace and stability of River State, according to the CSOs, media practitioners, and concerned active citizens of River State. After a forum in Port Harcourt, and put all parties on notice that should the crisis persist, they shall have a choice to mobilize River's people for a series of peaceful but resolute mass action to rescue the states from further destruction. The statement there for all and all those people, including youth, women, traditional rulers, religious leaders, professionals, market men, students, and all patriots to unite, rise above partisan divisions, and join hands to urgent task of rescuing the state from the grip of destructive politics. The statement signed by all stakeholders in the group noted that the political impasse in the state is driven by ambition of state capture and resource control, and involving key actors allegedly, including President Bola Tinubu, current Minister of Federal Capital Territory Nyesom Wike, and the Governor of River State Live, which they claim has paralyzed governance and plunged the state into unprecedented tension and uncertainty. We trace the root causes of the crisis to include the persistent absence of internal party democracy, the dominance of money politics, the weakening of critical public institutions such as presidency, INEC, security agencies, and the judiciary, and most critically, the systematic falsification and manipulation of election results. They noted our 2023 general election witnessed unprecedented manipulation of results at national and state level, entrenching a culture of extra fraud that has now matured into open conflict among the very beneficiaries of those manipulations. Do you think CSOs and the media have played their part in restoring peace in River State? Do you think they've done enough looking at what is happening in the state when it comes to the impasse, when it comes to the political crisis in River State between the former governor of River State and the current governor in the life of where you look at the crisis, multiple dimension. You look at the issue between River State House of Assembly and that of the governor. You look at different statements made by stakeholders. You look at people that work within and around the political sphere. What should be done to improve internal party politics and improvement of the electoral system? People have complained if somebody unpicks somebody to become governor, it's very difficult for you not to control the person. You've seen it played out. How can we end this in River State? A lot of people will say, looking at 2023 generation from the primaries, the governor was not the most popular person that bought the form of the People's Democratic Party, who emerged as the flag bearer of the PDP. Fast forward to 2027 is quite close. What do you expect also as people to do differently to avoid this kind of crisis? Because whether we like it or not, the state is in standstill when it comes to development. Phone number remains 0810-9510-951, 0820-951. How can we improve internal party politics? When someone will buy for every candidate, when people actually come out and decide to contest election and seek for votes, how can we improve the system in our polity? Phone number is 0810-9510-951. You can send a text message, a voice note, WhatsApp, this number 0701-9339-962, 0701-9339-962. Hello, good evening.
Hello, sir.
Good evening. I know where you're from.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I should have your thoughts.
What do you say that to What do you say that means?
It's more like CSOs, group of CSOs and organizations.
Okay, they are failed, just like once they say they were 70 people protesting.
Can we like contest the corruption, not about who failed or who didn't fail?
The context now, but you ask, how can we stop speaking? Or is it about the threat of market processing the country does not stop? You should have their comment.
You can look at both angles, from the political crisis down to the way they think they can manage the current situation.
Okay. From the political crisis, the threat cannot be any reason for the conflicting parties or the dramatic settlement to stop. It is only when the matter is in court, whatever the court decides, that's when they will resolve it. Now, how can stop this conflicting is when we decide to participate fully in politics. It's not only that crisis will begin to call for phone and begin to shout every year. For most of these followers and shouters, we are getting involved in political parties then to hear their voices, but to whom everybody will sit and hold their hands. When somebody
thank you, Special Douglas.
Their flag.
Thank you, Special Douglas. We just have to give 1 minute here. Thank you. Good evening. It's very good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Your thoughts?
Some of these crises you never is that I said this hand over the mass leadership to him. Because let me tell you, before I remember, nobody supposed to because of unless you bring him. Like there's nobody anybody bring banana paper, but after everything bring your father. I want bunker everywhere. Nobody's wonderful. But always pay somebody who does and they paying themselves. The priority can solve this and they do everything. And we had what happened in Ma and open. Because people of him, we can should go and relax.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good evening. Your name, where you're calling us from? Hello, good evening.
Good evening, dear.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes. Okay, my name.
Okay, wait.
Right now. Every year, you have been able to say some things I think that we put an end to this current political shenanigans we're having in Liberty. I think it was error that the men of this state, the youth of this state, all of us, hold our hands in 2020. Allow an individual use what I call foreign structure to have picked people in close all of us. That was where this problem started. You understand? When they talk about the process, look, I said the process would be to pressure the INEC to pass a credible election that will allow us to choose to become leader in this state. When the state assembly, people to the government, that's the only way to let the rest everything that happens in this state.
Thank you very much.
You cannot watch an individual and pick whoever he wishes to fight the government.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's keep focus. Thank you very much. Hello, good evening. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, you see, this issue about it, the only thing that me I see would bring this about it is when Mr. President called the FCT minister. Yes, you are trying to be the FCT minister, and this is where your place. Do your job, the FCT minister, and let the government speak and the people of Latin let them have issue. That is the only way this thing will stop. The party minister is just trying to.
Low.
There is no way we see the drivers and harass drivers when they're on their way. If you watch at the park, you can see vehicles are operating, walking. If you go on the road, drivers are walking. This is a few group of drivers who decide that they will not obtain the ticket. The question is why? And if you want to form a union, you must have a park where you will load, where you will offload. You can't just be on the road issuing people tickets. You don't have park. And the park was existing before your arrival. You now decide that your autonomous body that you not obtain ticket. Why? The 10 people have taken us to court. We go to court. Let's see come say they've settled out of court. They run from court from driver welfare club to self-employed. We have an agreement with them that they say that driver will buy their.
Today FM correspondent reports that no government officials addressed the protesters who have threatened to continue the protest until authorities respond to their demands. What should be done to end multiple taxation on our road? They made mention of paying the ticket for in the parks and also paying to local government and state government authorities. How can we end this? We're looking at unifying the whole tax system in Nigeria, where you pay a certain amount of money, it covers every of your daily payment. But how can drivers survive if it continues this way? Some persons will say, "Oh, drivers, you too.
you increase your money the way you want. In our local palace, they say then go just increase them anytime you enter their head. So you have to pay the tax. So what's your opinion to this? Should the drivers allowed to have multiple unions? Yes, we're saying the drivers' welfare that metamorphosed into another union. We know about the road transport union and all. Should drivers be allowed to open more unions? Or should they just stick to the one that's known by law and labor laws, and basically, or should they be allowed to open more, to create more unions, basically? Phone number remains 0810-9510951. How can we stop this madness on our road? If you go down to every junction in Port Harcourt, you see one lout, or you see somebody acting funny, either disturbing the drivers or disturbing basically motorists and all. How can we end this in River State? Phone number remains 0810-9510951, 0810-9510951. Text messages, WhatsApp messages, voice notes via this number 0701-9339-962, 0701-9339-962. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, this is Honorable Chris.
Chris, your thoughts?
Yeah. I hate when both government and they start playing politics, because of when I was in Omaya, just because of this thing that make me one day, I draw the attention of government. It's not good now. This kind of transport business is even job that not even something that people. You see somebody that don't have any, even bicycle, no gate, tire, no gate. You see him dragging to be chairman of this, issuing ticket to who? You, if you think that it's easy, go and buy motor and enter road. So stop disturbing people. If transport business, is this something that they should start manhandling
Apologies,
people?
Chris. Let's just go for a quick commercial break.
I hate the way they behave, I beg.
Thank you very much. Let's go for a quick break. When we return, the platform on radio will continue.
Nri ọbụla m siri ga-enwe nri ụtọ ọma, dịkwa mma iri eri ma jupụta n'ịhụnanya.
Anyị na-anụ gị Maggi Star dị n'okpukpu abụọ, ụtọ gbara abụọ, ihe dị mfe gbara abụọ, mana ọ bụkwa ụtọ ahụ ịtụkwasịrị obi. Maggi Star okpukpu abụọ eji so ya rụrụ arụ mee ya na ihe ndị ọzọ na-edozi ahụ maka nnukwu ekpomekpo na-agwa agwa ka naanị Maggi nwere ike iweta n'efere gị.
Ọ na-atọ ezigbo ụtọ.
Weta Maggi double cube taa, mụ na Maggi kwekọrịtara nke ọma.
All stand, greet.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome back. It's to the platform on radio, your premium talk station, Today95.1 FM in the Garden City of Port Harcourt. I am Prayer Izogo. What should be done to end multiple taxation on our roads? Some persons will say, even in the union level, some persons that are not active drivers who will be the chairman of the union, will be as executives of these unions. How can we end this? You go to the markets, some persons will say they are not even traders. Some of the union leaders in these markets are not even traders. They don't own shops in this market, but they lead the traders. How can we end that? On the other hand, how can we stop multiple taxation? Then drivers, if you're being asked to pay tax, you just have to pay. If it's legal, you have to pay. Phone number remains 0810-9510951. What's your take on this particular story? Send us a text message via this number 0701-9339-962. Hello, good evening.
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, good evening.
Oh no, who from Eneka?
Oh no, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, you see this particular tax map. Me, I don't even know why even the governor self is keeping mute on this particular matter. Because your citizens cannot be crying for one thing every time, and you people will not take action towards this matter. This tax in question is not even going to the government post. These people, they are just people that just brought up themselves. They will just recruit boys to say, yeah, una two, na this junction I go there. They collect 200 naira each keke bus or each keke where they pass. So they give on 100 naira. They are just collecting the money for no reason.
is not going to any government post. Even in my area there, you go to Rumboku flyover, you will see some people collecting money. If you are going, you go to Apple Junction, other people are collecting. That is how they are fighting all these keke boys, all these young boys that are devote themselves. They don't want to go and kill, they don't want to go and start doing evil. They want to hustle, they go and carry keke for higher purchase. And these boys will be on the street frustrating them. Instead of our state house of assembly to be making laws that benefit rivers people, they are busy doing impeachment.
Thank you very much, Ono. Thank you,
What kind
Ono.
of people is this?
Thank you, Ono. Let's pick other calls. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Your name, where you're calling us from?
Yes, name is Solution. I am calling you from Tumulume.
Solution, your thoughts?
Okay, you see, like the question you asked here, the only thing I think that will put an end about this Agbero and multiple taxation is government interfering. Without government interfering, this thing will continue. Remember, on the weekend first tenor, there's nothing like Agbero. I mean, weekend first tenor, there's not like Agbero. Even in second tenor, 2 years of the second tenor, it was about 3 years of second tenor when this Agbero started the game. So government needs to interfere. If government do not interfere, this will continue. Solution is my name.
Thank you, Solution. Hello, good evening.
Yeah. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I want to remain anonymous.
Your thoughts?
Okay. You see this Anele in question. He has been a chairman of that park for more than 30 years. When I was in the system, and when they have more than 30 buses on that road running preferences to Kalabari, Maitri, Rumola, Rumokoro, and the rest of the places, those buses doesn't pay 1 naira. But all he does is to victimize other drivers, to be enriching himself. People are suffering on that road on the daily basis. Those drivers, you see, give more than 10,000-12,000 naira to the car owners. At the end of the day, they go home with nothing. But he's just there victimizing them. It's too much. I beg government should look into it. This matter is beyond what they can bear. I see their pains. I was there this afternoon. I saw them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good evening, the one and only Dog.
Good evening.
Bless one to you. Yeah. A blessed one to you and a bad one to all the bad politics and shine and wayo government everywhere. Dog, you see. Ojoro man, I used to say Ojoro man will always be Ojoro man. In the tenure of which they came up with one issue of one tax with me that everybody should be paying direct to the state what. And they use that Ojoro to do their things that they want to do, but yet they continue to place different kind of tax on these people. And now, let me say, you say you are a local government chairman now, the president, whether it to be across this place, the jurisdiction, I don't know. Now, you say you are a local government chairman, you have not done anything to protect the people, to look at the well-being of the people. You are quick to stop the welfare of the people by saying selling on the road. This is good, but what are you doing for the people now? These people now look at somebody harassing them every day, collecting money, beating them upon their. I know how this. I don't want to call them that. These so-called tax people used to behave. They matric and handle people, but here they say you have a local government chairman, you have lawmakers who are just for impeachment. Nothing they are doing here.
Thank you. Let's pick up our calls. Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my brother.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, my name is Will. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Your thoughts?
My thought is that this matter is actually a problem and a big one. As a commuter, I pity the drivers. If you apply from education to my training or pass close to IT roundabout, you see police about 30 places. You see community boys. There's one at Utoku flyover, that is Utoku flyover. There's one at my training, like the condition in communities now. And I pity these drivers. At each point, 200 naira times the number of places. It is becoming too much on the driver. And at the end of the day, somebody will struggle and suffer all these things. He may not go home with something reasonable. I'm thinking that the way out is that taking a tool from what the state governor has done. This thing can be stopped. When they did unified pass, that they buy one ticket
and that ticket covers the whole thing. I think that going back to that will be better. But the people will not apply to the people who are beaten to death. So this is becoming too much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's move to the next story. The Federal High Court in Abuja struck out an ex parte motion filed by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, seeking his transfer from Sokoto Correctional Center. Justice James Omotosho struck out the motion after counsel from the Legal Aid Council handling the matter applied to withdraw from the case, citing irreconcilable differences with the applicant. You may recall that Kanu was convicted of terrorism-related offenses on November 20th, 2025, and subsequently sentenced to life imprisonment. A verdict his family rejected and vowed to appeal. Following his sentencing, Kanu was taken to the Sokoto Correctional Center to serve his sentence after the court held that the Kuje Custodial Center in Abuja would not be suitable for him. However, the IPOB leader filed an ex parte motion before the Federal High Court on December 8, 2025, seeking a transfer to another custodial center closer to the Federal Capital Territory, suggesting either Suleja in Niger State or a custodial center in Kefi, Nasarawa State. Addressing the court on Tuesday, counsel from the Legal Aid Council, Demdo Hassan, told the judge that despite repeated communication with Kanu's relatives, none of them showed up to depose the application in support of the motion. Should the court have considered Kanu by transferring him to another correctional center, maybe somewhere close to the Federal Capital Territory, or maybe to the southeast to calm the tension? You know the old drama of sit at home on Monday. Possibly if he's close to his home, he may influence behind the scenes, maybe telling his people, you have to work on Monday. Do you think possibly the court should have considered that? Or should they still keep him in Sokoto State? Should they still keep him in Sokoto State? And he has other cases in Abuja, so should they consider moving him to the Federal Capital Territory? Yes, they struck out the case. Should they seek for possibly an appeal to this case? Phone number remains 0810-9510-951, 0810-9510-951. Send a text message, WhatsApp message, voice note via this number, 0701-9339-962. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Priya.
Yeah, good evening.
Special Douglas. Yeah, thank
Douglas,
you.
your thoughts?
As regards your question, I think this convict should not be given any opportunity to do anything that he pleases, so that it will serve as a lesson to so many people who might want to be deterrents like him, to know that the moment they are caught by the law, there will be no space, no opportunity for a second chance. So that sometimes we just reason properly and then avoid to break the law. You know, what's the essence of rejecting Sokoto prison and requesting for Suleja or Kefi? Are they not prison? It should be in that place and feel relaxed, because he has been caught by the long arms of the law. So it should be, they should ignore him.
Thank you, Special Douglas. Thank you, Special Douglas. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, my name is Promise. I'm calling from Alakaya.
Promise, your thoughts?
Yeah, concerning the case of Mazen Namdekalo, the only
the
problem of the insecurity and everything that has been happening is. But looking at all these things, all this while they have been holding him there, the insecurity in Southeast have not stopped. Do you understand? So the man looking at it, Namdekalo is not the issue of insecurity. Let him leave that man so that peace will reign, please.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good
this
evening.
is Onowu from Eneka.
Oh, no, your thoughts?
You see this Namdekalo matter, every day I wake up in this country, I feel so sad for this country. That somebody that did not commit any crime, somebody that did not do anything, that they will just jail him just like that.
and people that are committing crime, even the bandits that are in government, people that are keeping us in this bondage that we are today. Look at Minister of Power that have stolen all our money. That man is moving freely. Look at
You don't have any facts to that. You don't have any facts to that. Oh no, you can't say the Minister of Power is stealing our money. No, you can't say that on radio. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Your name, where you're calling us from?
I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
And your thoughts?
Okay. I'm speaking on the Nandekale matter. For me, I could tell that the guy should return back to his place so that that tension area will be just reduced and will die completely. Because I can see that anything concerning Igbo in this country, Nigerian as a whole don't take it as something that they need to consider. You can see what is happening now. All the people from the north using money, sponsoring bandits.
Do you want to make it a tribal thing? You want to see you are trying to paint it a tribal picture. Let's stick to the conversation. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Priye.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, give your thoughts.
Yeah, let me just clear. The reason why they struck out that matter today was because of the stand of the lawyer. The lawyer disagreed with his client, which is Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was the one who wrote the statement or the argument on how to go and argue in court. And the lawyer said, if that be the case, my lord, please, I'm withdrawing from this matter because I see no reason why a client I was trained for this purpose and is the one telling me what to do. If you remember, this was what Maxwell Okpara and others were doing that led to senior advocates withdrawing from that matter, like Agabi. So this continuous disobedience of the court, and you want them to transfer you. That was what. So for now, the transfer matter has not even come. We should know this and know this for real.
Thank you,
I
Gift.
went through that piece. Thank you.
Thank you, Gift. Keep the calls coming through. Hello, good evening.
Hello,
Yeah, good evening.
This is McDonald.
Mark, your thoughts.
Yeah. What the Nigerian state should understand is that Nnamdi Kanu is not just ordinary human being. They should be very careful with that man. They should be very, very careful. That man has not done anything. People that are romancing with bandits, Boko Haram, they are in government. They are sitting with government, romancing with government. Nothing has happened to them. For somebody that is calling for freedom, some people will go and jail him. Even though motor show that jail him will never go scot-free. I think he called someone to motor show. There's nobody in that has called that goes scot-free.
Thank you very much.
Keep him there. Bringing him to the circuit doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any. It will never come any attention. And what Soludo is doing there, Soludo is just fooling himself. He's just fooling.
Your choice of words. Let's listen to this voice note and read your messages from our text message and WhatsApp platform. Let's start with this voice note.
Good evening, Priye. How are you doing? I want to comment on the issue of this multiple taxes being collected from commercial drivers. Priye, to be honest with you, these drivers are going through hell. These boys are almost at every junction collecting money from drivers. If you refuse to give them, they will drag you out of your vehicle. You will see this tout flogging a family man, mature man with cane, dragging steering someone when they are in motion. Is it that we don't have a governor in this state? Is it that we don't have people that are supposed to stop all this nonsense going on? These drivers are really suffering. They are working for this tout. And most of these drivers, the vehicles that they are driving are not theirs. They make account to the owner as high as 10, 12,000 every day. So by the time they pay all these illegal taxes to these faceless people, because as long as I'm concerned, they are faceless people, how much will they go home with? They should stop all this. It's really getting out of hand. It's really getting out of hand.
Thank you very much, Frank. Let's move to the text message portal. We have one for now. The CSOs cannot resolve this challenge because it is spiritual solution. Rivers people should cry and plead for mercy for supporting the strong man today from 2023 to 2025 and subsequently against his predecessors. Secondly, to apologize to former Governor Amechi. This is from Kano. Let's see if we have another message. We don't have for now. Let's go back to the phone line. You can share your thoughts on any of the stories we've discussed today from the very first one. Rivers CSO's media practitioners condemn undemocratic actions, demand immediate end to political crisis in River State. The second story, drivers protest alleged extortion in Choba. And the last story, court rejects Nnamdi Kanu's request for transfer from Sokoto prison. Phone number remains 0810-9510-951, 0810-9510-951. Text messages, voice note via this number, 0701-9339-962. Hello, good evening.
Yeah,
good evening.
Yes, Marvin from Port Harcourt.
Your thoughts, sir?
This Nnamdi Kanu matter, I want to ask, what are his crimes? His crime is that he was asking Nigeria government, which he himself is from also Nigeria, to rule us well. You keep the people okay. Give us good road, education, and let there be fair play in terms of governance the country. And I've never heard him said.
It's not as easy as what you're saying. He talked about the vision of the country.
Yes, because things are not going.
I'm not talking about you justifying it. You made mention of things he said that it should not put him in prison. But I'm talking about things he said that could lead to his arrest.
That he said that they should divide the country. Yes. Okay. Now, what brought the division of the country? What brought the division? Are you telling me that you will be sentimental and tribalism in terms of to share what belongs to everyone? You will be so tribalistic. You will bring sentiment, and you expect all of us that are under that one brother not to talk. Somebody must be vocal now.
Thank you very much.
What are his crimes?
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Obina is calling from Port Harcourt.
Obina, your thoughts?
Yes, let me talk about Nnamdi Kanu. No, Nnamdi Kanu has a lot of cases in Abuja and all the courts in Abuja. So if they are denying him of not coming to Abuja because everybody is looking for soft landing, come to Abuja so that you can defend yourself properly. The one man I meet them went to Kenya. They know the process of how they kidnapped him from Kenya to here. Nobody's talking about it. You see, Nigeria said they cannot talk about it. That matter is still there in the court. How they kidnapped him from Kenya. Malami is now. They are accusing him of terrorism. You see that man? That Malami. God is watching all of us.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, my name is Steve Ngbo. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Steve, your thoughts?
Thank you. Let me look at the case of the civil society and other people who are grouping to say, by saying that, you see, there's what we call cause and effect. And when these people, when something happens and they are not sincere, the intention and the motive is what is causing all this. Most of them, they have one lineage or the other with what's happening in this state. Most of them, they are card-carrying member of one party or the other. But when it comes to the where they may suffer NGO or they pretend that nothing is happening, most of them are doing most of maybe activism. You see the role they play sometimes in their community. We wonder, you are activists, you are doing this. Are you fighting for who? But immediately something they will take side. I think they can never be in the middle. Something that they will just pretend on the social media. So to me, they are not serious, and they are what they are. They actually they like to protest.
Thank you very much.
Nothing will come out. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
18 minutes.
Your thoughts, sir?
Yes. It's the court and the prison official that will decide where a convicted criminal will spend days within that facility, not the convictor. Because it has not been maybe maltreated where he has been sent to serve his sentences. For the CSO, I wonder if Rivers people, if there are politicians in Rivers, from Rivers State, they don't have conscience and they don't have the fear of God.
does it mean that the rest of the rivers people, they don't have conscience? There is no radio station in this nation, in this country, Nigeria, that will not tune to each day. We hear politics. There's nothing like discussion about improving the welfare of the civil servant, the people they are governing. It's Wiki, the House Assembly members, and Fubara. Does it mean that they don't have any other thing in River State to discuss? Investors are going away.
Thank you very
People,
much.
both local and foreign investors, they are scaring them away because of political tension, and it will get worse towards 2027.
Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Yes, still on the Kano matter. They say who's living in a glass house does not throw stone. Federal government of Nigeria is throwing stone. And when the stone will break glasses, then they'll start complaining. They should listen at the Kano. One, they should relocate the Kano to Abuja so they fit other cases he have. Not all this gambling, they're gambling. I'm telling you, they're gambling with that man's life. We are releasing a terrorist, but they're not doing anything.
Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, this is Akoniche calling from Port Harcourt.
Akoniche, your thoughts?
You know, we all know that Nnamdi Kanu is a born prince, but he just decided to put away whatsoever and see that he sets his people free. But nevertheless, I know that Nigeria is just systematically fighting Biafra. I know. It's just that he came out as a Biafra. So, and they don't want to hear about Biafra. And they did not know that Biafra is just the only way to save their life.
Bro, we shouldn't be having a conversation on radio. Let's stick to what we are discussing today. Phone number remains 0810-9510-951. 0810-9510-951. It is Nigeria we're talking about, please. We should not have this conversation of division of the country, please. Let's keep that aside. You keep that sentiment in your house. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, sir. Yeah.
Good evening. My name is Vidon.
Vidon, your thoughts?
This Nnamdi Kanu we're talking about opened a radio station where I don't know. And it used to be there. And order his people not to allow any Nigerian uniform men to be on the streets of Biafran land. And we are all aware of what was happening then. If somebody will call a radio station and tell us now that he didn't do anything, what are we talking about? I am not supporting keeping it there, but he did something. He did something that led to his arrest. So they shouldn't say he didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
Thank you very much. Let's squeeze in this one call, then we move back to the text message portal. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah. For the CSOs, I don't think anything will come out. If elders have tried, no way. And have tried, no way. Then who is the CSO? For the fact that one man still smells greed, until that greed drop, nothing will come out. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's move to the WhatsApp platform. I think we have a message here. Yeah. I greet you, Priya. My name is Charles Anozir, writing from Port Harcourt, talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. I think the best thing this government should do now is to release him without further delay. The people from the southeast love this man. No pretense about that. So let government release so that tension will be reduced in the Igbo land. All right. Let's move to the text message portal. We have this one. Emperor Wanele since 2001. Oh, that's the message you just sent. John from Chuba. Should we squeeze in one call? Let's do one for the road. One more call. Call it a wrap on today's edition of the Platform on Radio. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. You're our last caller. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Good afternoon. It's me. I'm calling from Orimi.
Your thoughts, sir?
Please, tell those Nnamdi Kanu enemy they should control the utterances. They should control the utterances. It's not good. They are ready.
Let's stick to the conversation, and I know we call it a wrap on today's edition of the Platform on Radio. The platform is produced by the news department. Till same time tomorrow, do have a lovely evening. I am Priye Izogo. Up next is Waiting to Happen with Mazi and MC Kuro. Already Mazi seated in the studio. Yes, getting his jackets ready for the temperature in the studio. Good evening. So,
Situation in this nation, disposition, our condition, unexplainable pain in our hearts, not to mention brothers killing brothers for no patience, salvation. Resolutions are made, but always made with lack of vision. Imperfection is the order as we keep seeking solutions. Only God can solve the mathematical equation.
Thanks for your contribution. Now, any more questions?
All times.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
On this day in history. On this day in history. On this day in history.
Today in history, 27th January. In 1888, the National Geographic Society was founded in Washington, D.C., with the mission to increase geographic knowledge and public awareness. In 1945, Soviet troops liberated Auschwitz, the largest Nazi concentration extermination camp, marking a turning point in the Holocaust history. In 1967, a fire broke out in the Apollo 1 command module during a pre-flight test, killing astronauts Gus Grissom, Edward White, and Roger Chaffee. In 1996, Colonel Ibrahim Bari Mainasara staged a military coup in Niger, overthrowing Mahaman Usman, becoming the head of state. In 2002, Nigeria was rocked by an explosion at a military camp in Lagos, killing over 1,000 persons and causing widespread panic as residents fled their homes. In 2010, in Nigeria, House of Reps Speaker Nahaba and Buhari opposed constitutional amendments during the height of the political crisis concerning the absence of President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. And in 2011, the Yemen uprising began as thousands of protesters inspired by demonstrations in Tunisia and Egypt rallied in Sana'a, Yemen, to demand the resignation of President Ali Abdullah Saleh and to call for political and economic reform.
On this day in history. On this day in history. On this day in history.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Today's news in 60.
The Joint Health Sector Union, JOHESU, has urged Nigerians to hold the federal government responsible for the hardship faced by patients and other people in need of medical attention due to the ongoing strike by its members. The Nigerian Association of Dermatologists has raised alarm over a critical 2-year shortage of multi-drug therapy for leprosy patients across the country, warning that the absence of treatment is making a cure impossible for affected individuals. Health experts have warned that applying insecticides such as sniper to the hair or scalp to treat lice or dandruff can lead to severe poisoning, coma, and death, stressing that the chemical is highly toxic and unsafe for skin contacts. Pharmacists have called for a more balanced and inclusive composition of the National Task Force on Clinical Governance and Patient Safety, warning that the current structure could undermine patient safety and sector-wide trust. And on the foreign scene, the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has said that Africa is no longer in the grip of a public health emergency over mpox, though the viral infection remains endemic in several settings.
Today's news in 60. In 60. 95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
What in the happen? They say wahala be now this one wahala be like bicycle.
Waiting the happen. Now for today 95.1 FM, 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, Bomquem. Now here you go here, waiting the happen for Niger and Obodo the world. Now that time where we they bring you Ogbonga to them, we'll go shock you. You go wonder say a person do like this. Now so we they bring them come give you acid the hot.
Now where would they find way to sweep this country? Don't run. It goes their blood in the Japa. They say this one. No worry. When time reach, I'll say I want to come. Let's see where they go.
Homeland is homeland.
Me, I go open gate for them. I no go be gate man at that time for airport. Wetin dey happen? Make you no miss Mazi Ike God, Ike Machuku, and MC Kuro for wetin dey happen. You go enjoy yourself. No forget to say, woman dey chop our recharge card, woto. I don dey tell una say, this place na education center. As you sit down here with us from Monday to Friday, you go enjoy wetin dey happen. Wetin dey happen? Make you no miss am at all.
My capacity is like 10 times when I was governor.
Capacity. Hold on,
I'm very, very dangerous now.
Oh,
Don't follow me. Because it's...
Hello? Did you hear the man? That's not very dangerous.
It's dangerous, man.
I beg you. Also not the dangerous. He says it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
So when you see somebody that is dangerous, are you not supposed to run away? Is it not truth?
Yeah, that's true.
You run away from something that is dangerous.
That's true.
But
he could be figurative.
Could
be figurative. That is to say, he's saying it's dangerous that for his enemies, if you try him, he's going to give you more than what you can chew.
And what one is not is how you understand it. Me, the only grammar I know for English that when you say you are dangerous, it's mathematics, it's dangerous, very dangerous.
But the major talk the major say I'm very dangerous.
Okay, I would that you that's what no is a fire of this. Okay, but when a minister and a public servant, as a minister and also a former governor and a leader. You know, telling his people that is very dangerous.
That's a big statement.
That is a very big word now. You are dangerous. Kabola goes on now. That is what you mean. Let us run. In our time, let us. No, we are leaders, but at least we know you are serving Nigerians. We're supposed to not to run from you. Yeah. Oh no.
Dangerous now. Let nobody follow me. Because it's very dangerous.
High tension.
You hear me so?
That's so.
You hear me so?
That's so.
We have the capacity to do good things for the children. Come together. Tell your sons and daughters, very illustrious and industrious, to come together. Let them approach me. Whatever is their need, they will have it done.
Okay, man.
They should come to you.
God has blessed them beyond words and are capable of funding anything. Not be so?
That's so.
They are all doing very well. If you ask them to contribute, they will contribute and they will over-contribute. Not be so? So I'm thanking you. I'm thanking the youth. Youth!
Action!
Youth!
Action!
You guys are wonderful.
It'll be reversible.
They don't get the ban. They are banned. They are banned.
Maybe River State politicians.
They play one life. Make we show you musician. Let us show. They're not the watching just a week and they go. We go play you better band, live band. I want to be this one of you people to do one. I want to that. We they compose music.
Why not play day or day?
Our governor they compose music. There one because make you look, make you hear another sound bite. I don't go think.
The government of a state has an oversight function over everything, including markets in the state. On the main market inclusive in the case of Anambra. So you can see that the governor and his government have every right to ensure that there is an even running of the state. And beyond this also, there is the threat you mentioned, that people say there is no security. I have already told you that there is adequate security. In fact, if you visit the Onitsha today, you will see what I mean. And you can move around Anambra State. You will see that Anambra is safe for business. The fear factor is no longer there. Maybe in the past, when this Citratun started. But now, it is no longer an issue. Fear factor is no longer an issue. So there is no further justification for the continued shutdown of markets in Anambra, particularly on the main market, which is arguably the biggest market in the entire West Africa.
Mr. Amefo, if I may come in, Mr. Amefo, just a moment, if you can hear me.
Everybody is stranded in Aya. I know the Bible so security agents are there surrounding matters. Everywhere the very rowdy. What on the eye with people on the outside.
I'm not there's no word to go explain what you don't hear there. Thank you very much, Nigerians and country people, as you join us for today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. Well, of this program now, waiting they happen now that to go get time they bring a go tell them we'll go shock you, go wonder send a person they do like this, that so they bring and come give you us the hot official introduction. The person they voice here. My name is Namaze Ike God. Ike Wachuku, Ike Wachineke. Wachuku Temon issue 1. Well, do Obodum 1 before I go. I not go say I won't forget my title, but that one I only say I want to tell you say the place you hear that title. No say a fake one, and only me get the original one. One great country people make a move sharply.
Okay, country people, how far on that day now? Waiting to happen now. My name na MC Kuro. They call me the king of weddings. Anybody we wedding that happen for the city outside the city, if you look very well, you go see say na MC Kuro with it that they will stock this thing. Say Pekin we then carry for back. You know they know say the Johnny Fan. They say they call me the king of jollof rice. And I know how it be now. We don't show. To go man. Now well done.
You just talk jollof rice and it don't make me go remember one nonsense video where I watched yesterday. Oh, we one boy.
I want an actor in Bino.
You see the video?
High speed.
Or speed the guy, baby.
Yeah. No, the body. That's the biggest streamer in the world.
No can on stream.
Yeah, what he does is go to your place, showcase your place to the world, tell the story of the people.
Which word? Or that nonsense on the baby. Is that rubbish? No. Is that rubbish you do there?
No. It's basically targeted towards the Gen Z generation.
It's a nonsense thing. You know, see that boy yesterday.
We do that backflip for the
he goes to jump, enter inside rice. What nonsense with your smelling body, with your dirty shoe? You go enter inside food that the people will chop. And then people will clap hand. Gen Z call this Gen Z or something. Only thing acquire Gen Z what? You people are finished. How come if now this character you people will call it Gen Z? You have finished. Hi, what nonsense? Very, very annoying. Food, the people, they find food to chop. You jump inside the food. With your dirty shoe. We don't care, not be that one. Yes, sorry, thank you very much. Okay, make we remind you, say we there for YouTube live. We make you go there, make you watch us there live and direct, and Facebook. We there for at Today951fm for YouTube and Facebook. Instagram, we there Instagram and S. Carry go there at TodayFM951. Again, we there for WhatsApp. Sorry, not WhatsApp. We're there online.
Still there WhatsApp.
I know WhatsApp, but we'll bring the WhatsApp number. But we're there online. If you get Android, carry them because now this one on online is something them. You watch us there for you for our website. www.todayfmlive.com. Look inside it there, you go see listing live. Make you click and there join us live and direct.
President they live.
Yes, so when you president, Nigerian president, join the press conference, and that cameraman, that make our president to stumble, must be arrested. They must arrest that cameraman because the cameraman make our president to stumble. He stumbled, he go down. Dobale.
I said he's used to it.
Yes, he's a Dobale. Our president.
He's a Lagos boy, a city boy.
So you know, say that that cameraman, he carry a camera. And that time with that camera, you watch the video now. As that cameraman just passed. Now there that time of the thing, Amalo can go that the camera leg. He don't go hook the jacket of president. Not the thing. Or maybe in leg he don't go cross wire or something. It's not the first time for president to miss a step like that. For here we call it a dobale. It's a normal thing.
Dobale.
It's an everybody. You self as you are, even if you are young, you can still misstep.
Yes.
That is how me I go misstep. I kick my leg, I break, I cut leg. At my age.
Sorry about
I think he go ask me, say, what is wrong with you, old man? They don't know, say, you're supposed to look grand or waka. So I do mistake. It's a mistakeable movement.
Nobody is bigger than me.
Nobody. Or even Donald Trump, what his age, he's a fall of other is
yeah,
that
sure.
Joe Biden, that time he was a president. Other it fall on top of the plane step. You remember that one?
Yeah, that's true.
It's double. So it's a normal thing for presidents to double. So nobody should use this one as a topic of because the video is just everywhere for social media. President follow. Stop that. Stop it. You know what? Who told you our president to follow? He did not fall. It was a mistake of that cameraman, and I call for the arrest of that cameraman. Immediate now. I want to hear that cameraman is dismissed from that talking.
Well, the president. Look at the president.
Yes.
He's currently live now.
Well, these people don't stress our president too much. President that since this year, he never even stay for Nigeria too much. He never stay here reach 10 days. Since this year, our president never stay for this country up to 10 days. The man just come back on a carry and work again. From one country to the other. Why you don't let him president to rest inside this country? I just said that young man for president of Burkina Faso. He never come out from Africa. Say even the number of African countries, highest country when don't travel go now another African country, and he never stay up to how many times so they count when don't travel. He never even come out of Africa. Except say to go abroad or west or the rest. He don't do that. What is he needing it for? The question when me I still they ask all the travel that our president have travel. How has it benefit us now? That is my own question. That is the question that they ask now. So I think it's the best time to allow president to rest. He gets 2027 election to run for this year. It no be small time, no be small thing. He need to be strong. So that I think will come around the whole 36 states to come do campaign. So this movement, traveling him here, traveling him there, need to stop. You can do video conference meeting.
Yeah, that's true.
Any country. You can use the best internet, and the president will go there live for every country. And even this conference that they do here now, they go get online reception.
Can use Google Meet now.
Yes, and listen and do your contribution.
Mr. President, look at him.
Yeah.
Well on suit.
Yeah, he's on suit.
Very active.
Very handsome man.
Handsome daddy.
Yeah.
Handsome zaddy.
When you suit, wear suit.
Looks very good.
They forgive a papa's cap. What are you? Notice a papa's cap for me to fit them with. Yeah. So on the other, that one is just by the way talk for the one who will see what happen. Where people don't carry video everywhere, they don't allow us to hear something. Okay, make we move. Look inside the this is the bongo to them. What don't happen since we even come out here yesterday? The body to them. Where don't they grant? Chineke calling her job. Make somebody the first one. I don't big pass how I be when I did as a governor. I did 10 times bigger. I did 10 times bigger now. I don't get very dangerous. I'm very dangerous now. I'm very dangerous. God don't bless my family well. And now we fit fund anything, anywhere we fit fund them. We they capable. We get the capacity. This one follow the one where Minister of Works Dave Umaye talk the English you call him brag as in Pekin collect APC local government chairman ticket. Why that son? That boy reach better, reach 20 years. He passed 20 years.
It don't pass. No. Don't pass.
Okay.
When
public officers they brag about personal power and
but that is son and they manage one of the biggest hotels for this town. No?
For Port Harcourt here.
Yes. No.
Chineke, you don't mean it.
We don't know his son. His son now. You not say mine a Port Harcourt guy now.
You don't mean it.
Yes. No.
Someone called Port Harcourt boy.
I don't know.
Oh well, that actually got he want to go for councillor now. For the son in that post councillor. Chairman. Chineke. And the local government people
managing one of the biggest hotels in Port Harcourt.
Well, the question we will ask when public officers they brag about the personal power and the family wealth like this, it raises a serious concern. You know, it raises a serious question about godfatherism, abuse of influence, and whether politics still there about service or who gets money and muscle pass. What do you think, one?
Well, the truth be say, we no expect a sitting minister or a public office holder to make such kind of statement, because when you make such kind of statement, you they only tell the people say you they very rich, they make them they get a particular mindset about you. You understand? They get a particular mindset about you.
My father.
The primary aim of any public office holder not to come serve. So service now be the first thing. Not be say to come tell us say you they rich, you they wealthy, and all that. No, not to come serve. That be the important thing. But now, you know, we see, if they make public office less lucrative, a lot of people go stop them. They not go get interest. Imagine say public office can look like teachers. The way they pay teachers.
I get no go agree now. They will not agree now. If you ask them now, they say their salary is very small. If a minister take 200,000, then 150,000. Look their salary structure now. They tell you very small money.
But they will give them constituency projects 1 billion.
Then they talk that side. Then they talk about that allowance and all those things.
Then they will come go carry. If they do small contracts, maybe they can give them 1 billion naira for constituency project. They want to do bridge. They'll come and give their first son change in name. Now then go still go do this. Politics is very dirty for this our country, but unfortunately, not the level we don't find ourselves. And most of these politicians' children will not suppose they even they shocked, because most of the politicians they already project their children for the next generation. We don't see the lives of Delta State, former Delta State Governor Okowa. Okowa daughter now. She's an assembly daughter.
You see Atiku's son.
Atiku's son now. Don't come out contest. Say nobody go win.
That ought to be one.
You understand? He don't come out contest. So him now the APC is a strong member.
See Erofai's son.
Erofai's son. Yes, that one even they very vocal. That one they sound. I don't listen to them.
That boy is very good. I like that one. He try. America, when all their children go, they be like that.
I feel like I'm the only vocal person for that sort.
That boy,
maybe young person.
They do well. I like the way in the vocal. But we go still.
Then we still get other politicians too where they groom their children.
Yes, we see the ones where they go visit every local government, carry them to show local government.
So
you know, so they no grow for Nigeria. They're abroad. So when they come holiday like this, the papa go carry them go local government by local government. They show them this one Asaretoro, this one Obiakpo, this one Ekwere. They don't know na children. So they show them road. So that before you know the next thing, you go serve the papa finish, still serve Pikin. Now course. Is it a family business?
Family business.
Or roller family business now. Politics in Nigeria. Papa finish, carry give Pikin. Pikin finish, carry give another Pikin. Is it a hereditary? I'm not going to hand about that thing again.
Hereditary.
Thank you.
Hereditary.
Okay, we could leave that one. Thank you very much. We could look another story here. This one and the second one. This one no sweet at all because this story is the worry well right now. Internet everywhere. Waiting for that side. They don't call me. My people they say Maze. This one no sweet to me at all. I beg you, bring this story, come and make country people follow put in their mouth. I said this one follow the one where security men they don't go still on the main market since yesterday. Where they are governor Professor Governor Soludo. He called them, say make the closest market because the man don't provoke before. Tell them, say, make them come market. Make them know they do that Monday set at home again. In the assembly, say, you know fit to give us assurance of security. Here when they talk for video there. Say security there everywhere. Attitude they put security everywhere. If you did inside the market, you are calling for every junction of security there. Say now people who just don't want to come out for every Monday. Yesterday was Monday. And the governor provoke. Say because of that, say the state they lose 8 billion naira every week where una they do this sit at home. Say this sit at home, you know they bring better thing for the government of the state. Because of that, he go punish them. And the punishment where he can give them. In Abisa, all of una, since una say una want to like sit at home, no, stay at home. Don't come out for market again. 1 week. You give them 1 week. Don't come out for market again. You people stay for your house. I don't want to be for house. Stay for house. But that is how the governor of Anambra State he tell them. Only this morning now, all of them don't come out. All the market people, if you see cloud, they come out to plenty. They come out for their market. Police, army, carry full everywhere. They don't block everybody. If you enter here, you are arrested. Now so, you pursue the market people who come up from their market. Or the governor don't talk, say, everything, security is good. Make people who come out. But the question when they ask the governor, say, when you talk, say, when you talk, say, they lose 8 billion. Because then they know they come on market every Monday. They make you go lose 8 billion. Now you can't tell them make they not come for 1 week. How much you go come lose? Professor didn't calculate that one. How much the state go lose now for 1 week? One go look 1 trillion now. Okay, 2 trillion. If 8 billion is for one week, and you can add plus 7 days. Yeah? So how na take see this one? The people who don't provoke who come out today because of that one. They come out to come enter protest. See them. They enter protest. They don't use the thing itself. They sing for Nnamdi Kanu inside the Onitsha market. As he pursue them, they go gather one place. They start the sing Mazinam. They can. They do protest. See cloud of people. Well, we don't know if the governor go fit to manage this kind of thing because from the video and the message where I hear say now like this they gather every morning. They sing Holy Holy Thomas and they can. Say sit at home. Say now them decide to sit for their house. No be say. Now your shop would they say now their shop they say they no one come because they're not there sure of the security. Government say security there. People will say we not trust your security. What thing you supposed to do for them? Is it not to beg them? Say because my people, small. Wonder what do you think because?
Well, the truth be say one. Security they very important because now if you say one of the factors where the people to they consider. I remember one certain time where I go the east. I think that was Abia State, one of these their locals where I go, and on Monday I been there Sunday. I no fit come out because na Monday, and I see the way the place look very tense kind of. You understand? So that Monday is the guy they be for the east. Although him now they look am like say. If you know come out, you look like saying that them go contest the government waiting they go do. You understand? And them now people don't they protest. But me I just feel say if you start that protest, like waiting the governor to say if they no one abide, say in they ready for this market to they locks from now to the end of the year.
Then we go lose now.
In fact, in fact, in go fees verse demolish everything for the market. Raise the market to ground. I'm talking for the video. So we will demolish everything, make everything
who
come
will
to
lose
ground.
Who will lose?
So, if you demolish everything, come to ground. If you build new market, when you want to enter, you go sign agreement. Say, on Monday I go to put my.
But it is this force now. The question what would they ask? You think that this force way in the use? Now force go solve this sit at home problem, or government is supposed to focus more on the dialogue and the security assurance to traders to assure them say make una no fear say everything will go there well and if them lose 8 billion just like I talk how much them go lose for how long the way it takes to say make it no stay. You don't think it's a government is supposed to talk to them small say mbano listen say I suppose they be
Well the truth be say government need to talk to them in a dialogue way because this one the way they go like this if he go like this although if he go like this him as a person no go affect him now the people now the marketers now them go stay suffer him wetin concern am is in Pikin no dey for Nigeria now no be in Pikin maybe say in Pikin they dance for London in Pikin a singer as they do this sit at home in Pikin come even upload one video say wetin the other black people go like say if they dance for them for video. So I ain't gonna use to entertain them for this week when they go to their house.
Can you imagine that?
I don't laugh there. So clearly you know go affect them as governor. They go still you think if it affect the IGR of the state.
Be like get one of his son who go pay for hospital people during Christmas or New Year. Go pay bills for hospital people. One of his son do that one. Yes, I've been clap hand for that but
okay,
the other one who does the internet, they do up and down. That's this one who get think well.
Their children don't phone. So anyways, make them come to an agreement so that make them feel sort out this thing. But Mazi, might bring them back to River State. Now, if you drive past, I think at my one market, where they don't build the market for over 7 years now.
That one a lockdown.
You think they locked down till now?
Glory be to God. I hear say they don't open center
cardiovascular center.
Thank you very much. They should reduce the name of that place.
Cardiovascular
because
center.
that name is always giving me headache.
yeah.
Center for cardiovascular
person.
Thank you.
Dr. Peter Odilis, the Commissioner for Health.
Yes, say they don't open that one. Thank God. So remain mother and child.
And that market. If they open that market for
and that market,
Now you don't build that market for up to 7
Just
years.
leave 'em
You just
there,
leave them.
lock
The
it
thing
down.
go they dilapidate.
It's the lapidating, Taco. It's the.
You go there dilapidate.
It's the
Now,
lapidating.
when you want people to enter the market, you go come still do. You go
You can't do the renovation again.
You go do the- Maybe another money they use to do
Chineke,
it.
that is African wastage. Wastage. African wastage.
Government.
Tua.
Wanna try.
Tua. Una government, you know, that look it in capacity. Look at that. Look, now your sisters they suffer. Well, Ndionicha, sorry very much. Sorry very much. I don't know the question they ask was forced to go solve this thing. Well, it does have to be. Even the lawyer of Mazinam, the Kano, don't come out to talk. Say, sit at home. Say na ideology. Say the government no go fit to stop them. Say this one and our people will decide. Yeah, and say no be disobedient, no be breaking of law. No be they break any law. Say they decided to sit at home. But the governor they look the side where government they lose money. Say no good. Make una come back market. In the put security one. If now you go great to go. Okay, make we shift to come up from there. Make we look at what bomb get story for today. This story could we miss the video. If we play the video here, make una hear them. Hi, chai. This one is no sweet at all. This one is no sweet. Hey, people, everybody have to be very, very careful. Equally, you need to be very careful because this one now don't make it. Well, it happened like this before. I had the beg, say, no take it because of the way people, this one, they behave. You stop to help people. You know, go, I beg you. I beg you, no follow the way others they do. You say I no go help this one because you no go fit to know the one will be original one will get a problem. You work when you take it because of the other one, you no go come help this one because make I tell you now what happen. You get a group where they call BSN, will be Barrister Street of Nigeria, or something like that. Go check them if it's an organization make up of lawyers, bodies of lawyers. They do kind of what do you call this thing? Or no be NGO that like charity something.
Charity work
group. Thank you, something like that. Now their work could be that they help people, they get plenty people, prominent Nigerians will be lawyers were there for that group. Well, you get one young lady. Well, look at them finish. She say the only place you go think to go scam or go do wayo, go do GPT. Now these people, you go do them wayo. She go do them wayo. The woman get 2 children where she don't born. That time when she carry her last pikin in belly, she do video of her belly for hospital at that time. That time when you say when the woman are there for pens, that time into they use the pens, they do the video. Maybe she get a plan of what she won't use that video do. She do the video of that her pikin and the belly pikin like that. They do pen me. You see the way they do for the video. Do you know that this woman come carry this video and the pictures of her pregnancy? Now she know the pregnant too. She come carry am send give this organization. Tell them say I beg you help me, oh, my husband just die. My daughter talk say I no go fit the born pikin normal because of the last 2 children where I born. He spoil something, so it go be only CS. Now they fit use a born. And I don't pass my CS time, almost 10 days now. I dey very dangerous condition now where I fit die. Doctor don't say I no go fit survive. Make una help me. How? The people were there here say, "Chai, so fine lady like this." She do video, send the video of the belly. Say, see how the belly big oh. Hell, make una help oh, help. The people, the lawyer people, come carry this woman video. Tell Nigerians. Tell their people organization. How? Immediate. Within 24 hours, they contribute money. There you go. The money they enter. reach 4 point something million, 3 point something million, close to 4 million. Just within 24 hours. They contribute money sharp. And say, husband die, oh, she won't finish, oh, nothing for children to chop, oh, she don't die here, oh, CSO, hospital bill, oh, this one. Immediate money enter. Do you know that? See, when I want to punish you, you know the waste time. He start, and I come, you go get them. Somebody will sabi the lady come say, hey, stop it, you don't put the money again. I know this woman, she dey my street here, come see her. Come on, nothing do her husband their life, nothing do them. The woman, they do well. Right. Now there the lawyers rush immediate. Trace her, stop the account. Hey, tell everybody. She won't run, and she don't hear her. Alarm don't blow. Boom, they catch her for her house. She don't chop up close to 1 million. They catch her. Now, the question on don't business. They don't collect some part of the money. They won't carry her go court. They won't charge her go police. She don't they beg. It's because of my children. Small babies. I beg. Pity. Help me. Na devil walk. Them, they don't bring the matter, can't give you. The judge, the lawyers, them, they get human sympathy. They say, make I ask you now, what thing they go do this woman? Make the live and talk for law to take a cost, or make the pity and because of the children where she carry, she still carry small baby.
Well, this particular, I just tired. Fraud has never been the way out.
Fraud. 419 Yahoo. Now them be this.
This one now Yahoo.
When Nigerian Yahoo be this one.
Yes, when I say Yahoo don't mean say go pursue white man.
It must be only white man. This one another.
This one now Yahoo to Yahoo. Yahoo Nigerians. Now this woman do. And not only this woman, I get some people who still get that kind of plans. You get some people who they for street where do like say their leg no good. They use the collect money.
Hell.
That one too na Yahoo.
Your money is okay. They are collect, you know.
Just that the thing get different method and different pattern,
different style.
And every day people they think now. See the way this woman don't go think.
See what they thinking.
Say na CS and na very emotional something.
Oh, exactly.
If somebody call you now, say
my husband just died.
My husband died. I need to use CS now. Use come on my.
I wonder will give am wetin I get.
And you now we never chop. Maybe that time the small money we get, you want use and pay children school fees. Mazi no go know when go carry that your money. Give up. You don't say the person don't run you straight.
Hey.
Oh man, I don't even know whether I make she go face the law, but because now she get children now.
The babies
now go come
the first pikin and take 2 years. The second one and I still baby around 9 months old. So when she just born.
No, my only problem with that, I don't want to make it not look like say the children now.
They said they arrest the husband because even the husband is supposed to know about this kind of plan.
It's very sad.
Now bad man will be this. This man will not say wife they do this kind of business.
You get with
that? Really almost 1 million.
You get with that? I tell you yesterday. I see. You get some men they don't know politics, so but their wife go collect save rice, collect weekly rice when they bring the rice. There's I don't they do politics. I don't they support anybody for night. Hey, God.
Well, look at and give on. I'm not gonna follow put on a voice for any of the story. Then what you think about today? I will switch to they don't bring this woman on. We will just tell you now. And security men we don't go lock on the child market. Done. What do you think about this one? Big second for sit at home. What do you think? The government said that they lose money because of that. They don't punish the marketers. How do I think is this one? And I did bigger pass as I did before. Now they're very dangerous. In fact, imagine and they talk this one as in Pekin. Don't go collect APC local government campaign ticket. 08109510951. Now the phone number you go use Richards will be that. WhatsApp and SMS is still there here. The last 2 man will call us on time. Send your number on time. You go win our airtime. You see the rhyme? I think all rhyme.
Yeah. Now this kind of rhyme when people want you for radio.
Yes. The number again is 07019339 962. Make we go phone line to check who want to talk to us. Your name and where they call us from. Don't forget to still take our messages for Facebook. If you still drop your message there, we go take them. Hello? Your name and where they call us from. Sharply, who they there? Hello, which story is with you there? Your name?
And good evening.
And good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Isu. I call from Element.
Isu. I take it.
Nazi, man, you want to touch me now the last story
Child.
About the woman. For me, you, ndị Igbo si na akpụ ihe ọjọọ akpọla jọ omume ihe ọma.
MC Kuro here don't start.
Interpret them.
MC Kuro here this time.
Okay. You mean saying call bad team. Don't call bad team bad character. So make the law for me. Make the law take its course so that other people they go learn. Because if they pity and because they talk now, who know another person where they one corner they do the one way they do. I mean, God give us sense. You know, difference for something. Not be to people. So just when they talk one at now, you see this one can do now. Then now when those together can to help, they go scrutinize the pet like this. So you understand? They go once.
They go check yes, you know the person well.
Exactly, they will make this situation.
If at all they go help. Exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you, my dear. Okay, your last 4 numbers, I bet before I go forget them. We'll move on. Okay, no. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Now, Honorable Chris, you can watch it.
I'm going to carry on one number. Like, which one is switching?
I greet everybody.
Good evening.
See waiting they happen for Anambra. At the PT Governor Soludo. You know when Soludo been go Los Angeles, go deliver left for Biafra. They promised them say Ingo make sure say anything we concern Biafra Ingo put to man. If Soludo Nnamdi Kanu na junior brother or na papa or na brother, Ingo they do this thing when they do. Is it not the same Soludo where we join hand the colonel and the Kanu men come for Enugu, they gather, they say they go do this, they betray them. Now in don't lock people shop. Like me since morning, I never enter my office. You go flog me. Soludo or River State governor. You go flog me. You borrow me money. Private business now. Even you now today there. If you say you no go come work 1 week, if no be one thing, maybe your management fit sack. But me, you know if you do me anything. Like I stay for my village close to from 27th to January. You go push me come up for my village. Say now come open my office. Who be you where go give all that? So Ludo, you see this thing where you they do. Don't worry.
All right.
We know now.
Thank you.
When we come village meeting, we go no.
All right. Thank you very much.
Don't worry.
Hello. Hello.
It only like threat.
Oh no, don't miss that call. Make we take another one. Try call us back. Hello.
They are the vessel.
Child, sorry, no verse. I know you know, but don't pick your call.
The vessel of the person who blow that whistle against that woman. Waiting being problem.
What are you talking? Why are you talking this thing? Hell.
Mazi, don't be bad believe that. See now, I tell you that whistle ain't blow. Don't be say she like Nigeria. She want make things better. Now out of bad believe say that woman she go there that woman won't blow past her.
A good Samaritan. A good Samaritan. He's a good Samaritan.
Mazi, I beg, may they pity the woman. I beg, may they just draw her ear, leave her. Like she go meet them, say hunger there, may they find her money. They go tell her say money no deal. Now her own strategy with that.
They like say they do too.
Church, like I couldn't.
They like they do your own. Tell us your
see
own.
them.
Make Soludo respect himself. See, if you're talking of banks and the government offices, it's a different thing. You don't tell people how to do.
Hello?
When you want to do their business where you no give them money, no give them loan, you don't even care. You understand? So I don't know. It is if now you open business for them now, it's a different thing. How can I be my just like Chris don't talk? I go to do my business, you go tell me when to do business. It's voluntary. Now waiting the best people that them nobody is forcing them to do it. Except making open shop for children now, open shop for family, then tell them if now savings also not be waiting. Making open shop for them for our nation. I tell them to they open on Monday. We'll see how it will be.
All right, thank you very much.
It's all
Thank
right.
you. Hello. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Your name?
Agreed. Marvin from Port Harcourt.
Carry on.
You see, my brother, how you go beat somebody, say make somebody no cry? It don't make sense. What did happen for everybody know the root cause of this thing. Waiting Mazina de Carlo do. Now say Nigeria government to make on rule this country well now, make all of us enjoy. I see the enjoy, many say enjoy. When you drive better motor, many say drive the one way I feel port on good road. As you enjoy those lights for your house, your fridge, everything they block. At least let me I see the one go take enter my kitchen where they use firewood now. On I no go do that one. Instead of that, on our way be the people where they rule us, we're supposed to give us what we need. On I will see they bring gangsterism and terrorism into the country. And you can't say me with you, we're there for the same country. Make I no talk. I go talk now. See what thing they happen for north now. You go go north, go sleep. Now see what thing they happen for our south here now. This our leader don't deliberately carry gangsterism and golf everywhere. Somebody cannot from Port Harcourt go village, go state because of waiting our politicians, our leaders. And now when somebody talk, you go say, hello.
All right.
Hello.
I don't hear you. Just round up.
Yeah. Yes. When somebody talk now, you go say the person they try to frustrate government effort. My brother, it don't make sense now. Make them do the right thing now. You know, say quest for freedom. When they say they fight for freedom, you suppose not say not be everybody here go correct. Because some people are tired of the system. So when you will be the leader, say the tell some people say, calm down, no, do it like this. Some people will already map pass you will be the leader, go they do what that. So there's no need when they will put all those allegations on this man, call up this man.
Thank
you. Release this man, make everybody leave.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, mommy.
Leticia.
Hey, sir, how your name, Biko?
Leticia.
Hey, Leticia. Your number no come yesterday. Biko, give us your last 4 numbers again before we forget them. Biko, hold on there.
5038.
Call them again.
5038.
Ngwa, carry on.
Okay. The thing I want to talk for this.
Pick on.
People want to protest for Nande, huh?
Carry on.
Yes, I want back the governor. Let him have the thing. Blood is thicker than water. Let him have the thing. And open the market. Thank you.
All right, sister. Thank you very much. Hello.
Yes.
Hello, your name?
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. My name is Sunday from Stockholm.
Carry on, Shapalo.
Yes. Look, when I admitted those people, made them no close that market. Let them not close the market. Let them allow these people to sell market. Not be them carry money, give them. I beg.
Okay. I'm done here. Hello.
Good evening, Mazi. MC Goro, Pate.
Yeah, good, sir.
Thank you. I'm a gentleman.
Carry on.
I want to talk about the woman. When they send this money, they do investigation. But they need to send money. So that they don't go fall into the wrong hand now. Now she don't give way for innocent people who go survive for that means. They go, whatever they want, let they check the record very well, go to the very place, and then go to the innocent money. And then that area of Ludo, one block the road. It's 8 billion.
He don't block the market already.
But now 8 billion, where is a good loss for a day?
8 billion.
Now, 8 and 5 days or 7 days. Not be billion upon billion. But he take care of himself. Nigeria no good.
Thank you. Sir. Thank you. Okay. Make we look SMS. Okay. Hello.
Good evening. Mazi. Hello.
Your name and where they call us?
Yeah, my name is Sija. I'm calling from Port Harcourt. So, Mazi Sikoro, good evening. Mazi Soludo. I beg if I don't get transport, may I give you a transport? May I go give her? No, I'm not telling her, man. To Mazi and Sikoro, what do you bring the seat at home? If you want to uproot trees, you have to put from the start root. What do you bring the seat at home? What do you land the can do? You know, declare Yoruba nation, they don't hold. We protest so that they kill us. We say no. Make we stay at home one day. Wait now, it don't go. Now only to lose. The one with the lose, with the problem. But people and the candidate there for how many years? Where is Ibo? So that they kill us when we see protest. We want to live now. We want to live. Make hate us. Make we want to.
All right, thank you.
Don't go. When they kill us.
All right.
Soludo end.
Ozole. Kai bana kokoni ya Soludo. What? Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, mommy.
Good one.
Oh, okay. Why you want to get it? Whatever. Oh, your name, where they call us from?
Good news from making.
Oh, good news. Give us your last phone number. Today I make we hold it.
3763.
3763. What carry on?
Now that woman will do that. Nothing is no good now. She not even think if they catch her, what she go do. And another thing, person who has a fear of God in mind cannot do that kind of thing. She still carry small pikin. If they catch her, what she go tell them? If they even the person will go expose herself, the person even try because what she did is very, very bad. If you know, say when you do something to another person, when they do it to you, it will pain you for not doing now. So now it's not one talk. We should anything they like, make them do her because that is her fault.
Chai, thank you. Okay, make we enter SMS Sikoro sharply. Make we look waiting there for SMS and the Facebook side.
Okay, SMS time. You don't reach my people. This one say, good evening, Mazi and MC Kuro. Okay, area reports for Rumo Wara. That one you will come later in the day.
Call us for what's the other this thing again? 8 o'clock, have you? If you get any eyewitness, bring on that time. Or you call us, waiting there, your mind is still talking about that 6:30.
This one said, those that contributed the money would have looked for the woman first, then take her to the hospital and get details of her condition before coming to the public for contribution. Not to stick to what the woman said. This may affect those with genuine need. I'm handsome. Well, I think the messages will load because the messages never reopen. So I just enter WhatsApp, see what they are. Good evening, Mazi and MC Kuro. Make Saludo enter dialogue with the perpetrators or beef up security. Instead of closing the markets, we rather escalate things because Nnamdi Kanu get too much force and pressure for the East. The people have too much love for him. Soludo should be careful with his decision. I greet on especially Desmond Ezekiel from Elios.
Desmond, thank you very much.
Soludo is a professor, but he's not. How would you say the governor is not intelligent?
A whole professor.
A professor? Okay, for you to be a professor, you should get to that level of intelligence.
This person with the right to self, Ogala primary.
No, let me check. Let me check the person's grammatical structure.
Yes, he will take it. That's what you know.
He will, by this action, remind the unknown gunmen about their evil work. Full stop. Normalcy are gradually returning in the southeast on Mondays. Full stop. Now, Soludo will create another insecurity issues. Full stop. Skipo.
Skipo. If somebody that is a doctor who answers Skipo.
You're talking to a professor.
You're talking to a professor.
Do you know what it means to get to a professorial level in Nigeria? Mazi and Scrum, evening. I'm writing from Asari Toru local government area in Buguma City, Engineer Meka by name. Mazi, please, my humble opinion about the woman that claimed to be pregnant. Let them pity her because of a newborn baby and bad governance of this country. But arrest the arrest her husband for questioning. Arrest my case. I still remain engineer maker from
Engineer maker, thank you.
But Mazi,
the husband take this
if not for developed countries, I feel they for arrest the woman. No?
They know nobody they pity you.
They know they pity. They know they do, and they get we have to take care of the children very well. They know they play with.
They go carry you.
Yeah,
you go have small time to come out.
We too they emotional. For Nigeria, we they emotional. Well. Good evening, Mazi and MC Kuro. That woman should face the law because she will be a repeat offender. Thanks. Hi, good evening, my brothers in the studio. The woman no try, but na Nigerian cause am. Na Horio from Olaprapra. For the roads that are not in motorable condition in Anambra, I look forward to seeing Soludo shut down government house of Anambra State. Shutting down the market for 6 days is an evidence of secret agenda. If not, how can you be carrying over? How can you be carrying? How can you be carrying? Okay. I look forward to seeing Soludo shut down government house of Anambra State. Shutting down the market for 6 days is an evidence of secret agenda. If not, how can you be carrying over 8 billion naira loss every day and at the same time shutting down for 6 days? Common sense, no, they come on. 2 Timothy from Port Harcourt, 9 they send this message.
2 Timothy, thank you.
This one say from Uzoma, the problem of Onitsha traders is more of the people who are shooting themselves in the foot. Is area market in Abia State, where Nnamdi Kanu is from, not opening on Monday, and how many of the Onitsha traders have contributed money towards the payoff of the legal fees for Nnamdi Kanu since he began trial? All markets in Enugu State, and even Imo State are open for about 2 years now. Onitsha traders cannot live in Nnamdi Kanu, love Nnamdi Kanu more than area traders. The problem of some of our traders is
they open on Mondays.
Yes.
They on Monday.
I think so. Mazi, please rest and stop supporting batting. Rest.
Thank you.
And stop supporting batting.
Which one I support?
Your president too waka up and down. Who be this? From
because I said not supposed to talk. He said president to fall. Stop that. You see, we fight. They should arrest that cameraman. Arrest him immediately. You say make I no support.
Well, messages today load.
More time not to be our friend for don't enter Facebook. You go fit enter Facebook, dear. Because
my touch Facebook for years.
Sharp, make you look. While you use a small minute to look inside Facebook, inside the better. No verse if you not take your message for Facebook or WhatsApp or SMS, we not enter. The last woman will call us.
I've not seen her number.
I see him.
The last woman will call us. Your number and
that's good news.
3763.